Hello everybody, how's your Thursday going? What's up? Ralph, you're not being attacked, don't worry. It's just me. No, it's all good. If it was one of those tests where people were using the chat randomly, I wouldn't even stream, dude. I would leave too. I'd delete the channel. Louis, what's up, dude? Is this a test? This is actually not right now. Beforehand, there was a test. I was trying to make sure that the widget for the stream on chat on stream, chat on screen is there. So it's working now. It's good. Peel, what's up, man? This is a what? What is the magic word? Thursday's going good, XO. How are you? I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. Boring friend, welcome back. How have you been doing, dude? Silent, what's up? Is that a Lego man? That looks really weird. All right, so we're doing some more of the randomizer without scaling on Scholar. Let's go. We're getting through it pretty quickly now, but there is quite a few things that are still open that probably would be dangerous to go to right away. So I got to think about what the next plan of action is. I think we got to go unlock Strade, because we had Strade available for a while. I think I got the 3rd Fragrant Branch from Valencia, and we didn't go back there. We just did Chariot most recently.
Oh.
Got Titchy over here as well.
Welcome. Do you have a lust for blood? Yes, of course. Why else would you be here?
Okay, I guess we gotta join the Covenant to see what he's got. I think he's gonna give us a reward.
Lots of it. Undead blood, like your own. But it's not all he said.
You're not sure what the yellow guy is? It looks kind of like a Lego man with no face.
That can hardly be the whole story.
It's like a cursed alien Lego man.
I want to hear what you really think. You want more than just a little blood. You want to be drenched in blood. Oh, just say that.
Dude, Titchy's dialogue is crazy. Also, I wonder where this splatter came from, too.
I knew it. Now you are a servant of none. This crest of blood is yours.
Ooh. Okay, we got Dark Pine Resin Blacksmith Hammer instead of the crest.
There. Another servant of blood is born. You will serve.
I'd say the Dark Pine Resins aren't a bad thing. That's pretty good.
Whatever you need.
Then we can buy Royal Dirk, which... it's okay. B-scaling decks. Demon Great Hammer. Alright. I think you usually get that from the Crow trade. And then Notched Whip is decent. If we're going to go with Bleed, that would be not too bad. I'm going to grab that just in case. Because we have the stats. Seldora Trousers, yes. 100% good. Infantry Gloves, whatever. Fume Sorcerer Gloves. They might be worth it. They have pretty good elemental resistance, so we'll grab those. Flame Quartz, I'm going to get. Oh, here we go. So Southern Ritual Band +1. We were wanting the Attunement Slot Ring. This is the better version. I'm not sure if I want to get it right this second. I'm going to make a note about it, though. I have a notepad for some things that we've gone through on this so far. I'm just going to put Southern Ritual Band on Titchy. There we go. And he's got unlimited Dark Pine Resin for 1,500. Okay. Interesting. Dried Roots. It's a little bit expensive. And then 30 per Lacerating Arrow. So we haven't used the Bleed Arrows yet. I'm not sure how good they are. What weapon did you end up finishing DS1 Rando with? We used the Blacksmith Hammer for most of it. That intro was too scary. You curled up in a corner of your bathroom and began to cry. Ralph, I have a feeling you do that all the time anyways, though. Isn't your life just like a music video? Like the shower scene where you're just like, I'm so sad, you know? It's not even the water from the faucet. It's actually just you crying. All right, I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave the rest of this.
You know anything? Tell
And then I'm going to take a wild guess and say we're obviously not going to be able to use the arena. That'd be crazy. And we're going to leave. Let's go check out Strade. So I think we want Sinner's Rise. Oh, sorry, Salt Fort. Salt Fort. There we go. Santu, what's up, man? How are you doing? Okay, I'm trying to remember what the layout was for the room where Strade is. We checked it for a second, and then I just ran away. It was not worth it early on when we were over here. It's a pretty high-density area. We got the centipede right here. Oh, man. Okay. I wonder if this is going to blow up the barrels right here. Can make a trap. Oh, dude can't fit through the door. Okay, never mind. Oh, that was really lucky. Okay, the only time a hitbox in this game actually pulls through on one of the hardest enemies in this randomizer. That was so lucky. You're okay, Santu? I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing good. I should just say straight up good. Definitely doing normal good. If you were to rank okay on a scale of 1 to 10, like from being bad to really good, where does okay land for you? What kind of number is that? How do you rank it? Okay, we got the Sanctum Knight here too. Man, the damage is actually decent now. Thank God. Yo, Hide Lance is still +3 as well. We gotta upgrade that. You do that, but not without the cause for it. Okay. So, Ralph, you're a purposeful crier. I see. Okay, I think there might be an item here at the top. Oh, we already grabbed that one. Okay. So wait, you can't get out of the area here from the other side? Is that what that was? Because I'm pretty sure I went up here. Oh, and then there's the ascetic item too. Okay, so we're gonna have to get that after Strade. Right after we drop down. Okay, we got Sorceress. Royal Soldier, 2 of the dogs. These ones look like they're the harder ones. They're definitely not the early ones. And Old Knight. Assuming they have the same behavior as the guys that explode, like we should be fine. I don't think they're all gonna aggro at the same time. All right, not too bad. Whew. It's pretty good. It's like I'm doing good, but your day's just been normal, nothing special. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I have people say that they're doing okay, and then I ask them like, oh, okay, so like just kind of neutral, and then they'll be like, no, I'm good. And I'll be like, oh, well, then why didn't you say you were good? And they're like, I don't know, like same thing, right? Everyone has their different levels for the definitions of what that means. Like, okay for me would be probably like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Probably not even a 6. Maybe just before that. Okay, you're just gonna block. Tarash, welcome back, man. Have you beaten Nishandra Galore yet? No, I haven't even gone back to try that yet. So we did all of the third DLC. We did Chariot, and I believe... So if you missed the Rotten, did the Rotten as well to get the first DLC open. We did the first DLC, except for the triple fight, which I got to check out today. And what's remaining mainly is the whole main path past Skeleton Lords, so I haven't seen them yet. I don't think it's worth doing them even close to now. It's apparently one of the hardest things in this. It makes sense if there's no, I guess, courtesies they give you. Like if each enemy is normal, there'd be a lot of things in one area. What if he can block Toxic? Unless it just doesn't work normally anyways. Dude, why are you attacking? You like the Russian way? I'm doing normal. In Soviet Russia, normal does you. Thank you for the good luck, dude. I really need the luck on this one. I'm gonna try my best to play as if it's still, you know, minimal deaths, if not deathless, for as many things as possible now, because we actually have a setup that works. Like, it is doable for certain things. But yeah, no promises. There might be some problems still. I was actually really happy about the third DLC. We only had one mistake that was really bad, where one of the hippos grabbed me and it ate me, and I only had like one tick left. Just luckily, so I count that as almost the same as dying once, but it was pretty good though.
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid. I must thank you, young.
Alright, Strade, what do we got? Strade's inventory usually is some of the best stuff you could get. He's got the Forlorn Sword, okay. Great Scythe is not the best for the moveset. Pretty good scaling, though. I think it's better than the ones that we have at the moment. Nar Alma, not the greatest. Reef Shield probably would be okay, but just a lot of requirements there. Maybe to two-hand it. I don't know if that would make any sense, because we already have other great shields from what I can remember. Aura Gauntlets, the normal ones, the non-invisible. Peasant Attire, Heard the Forlorn we already got. Royal Soldier's Ring 2, yes, that's good. Gonna get that right away. 20 of the lacerating arrows, 20 iron arrows. Not worth it. Is this the second growth bomb that we've seen? So I already have the one for Faith. I don't think I've seen any other ones yet, though. That could be pretty good. Like, outside of having Bright Bugs. I'm gonna get those. Dark Knight Stone, we already have those, and Combustion. Not too sure that would even do a lot of damage. It's a little bit too close range, too. Oh, the trades are pretty interesting. So this is what we're missing out on because we consumed a lot of the trade souls. So Hide Knight Sword, Sun Sword, Milu Scimitar. Dude, Warp Sword would have been really good. Murakumo's okay. Dragon... Oh, dude, Rusted... Ah, I don't know if we found Dragonrider Soul yet, but that's a good one. That's a really good one. So I'm gonna make a note of that just in case I find him. I might have found Dragonrider Soul. But yeah, that's something I was looking for. Slayer Bow's okay, and then yeah, okay, it's whatever. Got the Jester Thomas pants. Fram armor I think we got. Visible Orus helm. The butterfly cuffs. Hide Knight leggings. Grave Warden top. Grave Warden's pretty good for the weight. But would it be worth trading a soul for? I don't know. The Sun Ring could be interesting. depending on what the point in which it actually activates at is. If it's like close to death, I don't know. Could be good though. Someone was asking about Ring of Thorns, if it would be useful in the Nishandra fight where we have Royal Rat Vanguard replaced with, I don't even know what it is, like over 10 Nishandras. Curse Bite. Okay, we're just gonna leave everything else.
Feeble cast one. Let's hope the mag.
Okay. Peasant Top for the ADP. So ADP's pretty good on this so far. I haven't had any ADP related issues. I already did level it. And we're at the point now where if I wanted to, I could keep leveling it even more. I wouldn't want to trade the elemental resistance and defense for getting like a slight, like half a frame or something like that. If that makes sense. Because we'd have to combine 2 pieces of ADP equipment to make 1 frame. And a single frame doesn't even, it doesn't matter at this point in my opinion. I could probably do 22 ADP the whole game. I think it's like right around that sweet spot where it works decently. But I will definitely take Simpleton's Ring if I find it. For something that's like maybe really hard or whatever. Alright, we could go with the... Could go through the 3rd DLC and see what the triple fight is like. Try to cheese it maybe. I don't know, there's that option. There's nothing that's too easy left. So... Yeah, it's gonna have to be beyond Skeleton Lords to get back to easy stuff. Oh, we have the Dragonrider fight, the double fight with, it's... I don't know if it's Lud or Zalin. I think it's one of them. So it's one of the King's Pets on top of Vendrick. Vendrick takes a long time to kill. But Lud and Zalin, they don't have as much HP. So it's possible that we just tank that fight and progress more of any percent. That is an option. That is something we could try. Just need to see what the upgrades are like here. So I got 10 of the Dragon Bone still. Drakewing is already upgraded pretty decently. I want to go in there and hit the cat 1 time and just see what happens. It's the best thing I can think of. And we could just do a Bright Bug on top of it in case, if it's a good fight, like I could use it later. Ah, man. Okay. Let's go back there and check it out for a second. Because Vendrick by himself is fine. And if we can just speedrun half the fight, it's a done deal. Is there a way to avoid that pit of horror where you have to die and spam Majula for Deathless? Are you talking about the well, like to get to the gutter? Oh, we have Chaos Storm now. Ooh. Dude. That could be useful here. Like, Lingering Flame will take a long time to cast. Let me see. Oh, and it gives me 1 extra slot, too. I just want to see what Dance of Fire even does. Purple, welcome back, man. Thank you for gifting Ralph a sub, man. Dude, you know what? Ralph deserves it. He was scared earlier. He was crying. I was frightening him with the introduction to the stream and also the chat testing. Thank you so much, man. How's it going? Okay, this knight's trying to ambush the setup at the bonfire here. Haven't even gotten to see what the thing does yet. That's rude. Okay, might have to just chill over here to do it. Alright, so Dance of Fire is... Okay, that's not too bad. I'm not sure what the damage on that's going to be, but it's quick. Chaos Storm's also a little quicker than Lingering Flame, too. I don't think it's as strong. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go in there and try some stuff. Let's see. So I'm trying to think if I was going to use a weapon in general to do this that would actually be able to hit for something and be quick. I'd probably have to go just Red Rust Sword. And then we need some other defense right here. Let me see. Rune Gauntlets are pretty good. We got a lot of choices, though. We have Lois Gauntlets. Not the charred ones, though. I have the charred Lois chest piece, which is apparently incredible. But not upgraded, though. So, rip. Okay, the handcuffs are pretty decent, too. That's really good for elemental, the bloodstain. You're very stationary in the storm attack. You are, yeah, that's true. The idea would be that anytime I cast anything, I'm planning to get hit on purpose. Like, I'm not trying to, like, evade anything. Like, there's no way I'm casting anything and not taking damage at the same time. It would just be that if I can get the actual casting off in general, if it doesn't get canceled, that's like my first priority. In how I was thinking about it, I guess you could say. Havel's leggings. Yeah, we have the strength for it now. It's a little bit much, though. Does it make sense? Dude, the Rampart Golem leggings are so close, too. Damn it. Okay, what about a ring switch? Oh, I could trade Leo for Royal Soldier's ring. What am I doing, man? Trade that and then make this heavier, too. Yeah, let's try this. This might be good. Oh boy. How confident are you doing this level 1 and hitless? 0%, and again, if someone does it, 10 gifted subs tier 1, 3-piece meal at a restaurant of their choice, appetizer, dessert included, adult beverage if they prefer, thumbs up, and a video where I deep dive into how crazy they are. Do all that stuff if you find anybody that does that. It's the standard offer for insanity at this point. Spectra, what's up? How's it going, man? Okay, if I hit you... It's not terrible. It's actually not terrible. Vendrick isn't terrible either right now, either with this defense. I could believe in it. Just need that Chaos Storm opportunity here to see if it's even relevant. Okay. Oh, you know what? Vendrick actually kind of just goofed a bit. It's not really hitting too much for Chaos Storm. Okay. So we're going with a very slow and steady fight here. So I want to warp on this one, if we can. Yeah, there's a lot of aggro that's kind of campy in this. That's pretty good. There's a lot of idle that's just kind of... I guess because they're trying to turn, and they don't turn right towards me. So I think we could do that right now. I'm wondering what would be a worse combination in this fight. Resonant Flesh Hex is good too. Increases HP with a good amount of... Sorry, with a good amount, but costs souls per cast. Okay. So if you had 0, it wouldn't even work? Or does it just use the base minimum no matter what? Oh, it doesn't... I forgot it doesn't give you back the HP if you homeward. Yeah, one thing with the hexes is we don't have the stats, right? So that'll take a while. Let me check and see what that one is. Oh, we don't even have that one, do we? No. 2 smelter demons? Ooh, I could see that being pretty scary, actually. Yeah, 2 smelter demons wouldn't be fun. I'm gonna switch back to Lingering Flame, because we'll have an opportunity to randomly get it. And it's gonna do more than the Chaos Storm would. Getting mauled by a lion? You know, not terrible. Definitely not, no, because he didn't kill me immediately, and he was a little slow trying to get back to me, as well as Vendrick. He did a jump attack that missed by 5 feet, turned sideways for like 3 seconds and didn't do anything. Those are good signs. It's very, very good. Okay, so what we need for the... Rotten Pine Resin, maybe? Let's try. Let's see if we can get him poisoned. This is actually kind of a cool double fight. Yeah, Vendrick's not as beefy on this. Or it's just because we've obviously gotten stronger too. Does help. If imagine that you could see. If only. Yeah, poison resin won't be frequent enough, I don't think. Nice, there we go. Okay. We'll keep trying this one. Alonne plus Smelter. Oh, true. I was going to say him with another thing that actually has, like, big range. Yeah, that's true. Because the thing with Smelter is it doesn't have to recover and turn around too much. Like, it's actually able to face you or kind of just be a little bit off-center. But it is usually, like, in the mix pretty much all the time. Ivory King does have to, like, backstep quite a bit, so he's pretty bad, but he's not as bad as a Smelter for, like, the frequency of attention there. Also, Alonne, very, very frequent with how much he could focus on that. What else? Sinner would be pretty bad, too, but lower damage. Okay, we'll try Lightning Resin on this one. And then we'll do a Vine Bomb? Vine Bomb, or wait, is this dex scaling? Let me see. No, a Strength. Okay, we need the Strength one. Every time you check in, I'm fighting Vendrick. He popped up quite a few times on this one. Yeah, you have to love the true random versus the shuffled, right? Oh, dude, what? Oh, why is he so weak? Oh, they gave us a little bit of a freebie there. That was the play the whole time, man. Because he's actually mimicking the one that's on the platform that has the bow typically, and they actually gave him that kind of health. They gave him a lower HP, which is one of the only times we've seen something like this, other than just Vanguard obviously not being different than how it would normally work either. So Vendrick's kind of weak. That wasn't a trade for the HP that was worth it. Oh, okay. I'll take that. Oh, okay. Archer Dragonrider has way less HP. Yeah, the thing is, though, that, like, in this it has no scaling, so typically you wouldn't see something like that if it's a double fight. It would replace them with an enemy, and then it would have all the properties of that basic enemy. His damage looks the same, it checks out, but the amount of health he has, I wouldn't have expected that. Because usually that wouldn't follow the rules of the no scaling. There is exceptions for certain fights, though. I don't know if that's actually a thing I could change, but from what the settings were we looked over, it was just that Vanguard couldn't appear, as far as I know, as another fight because then it would be too easy. So they just made it like where Vanguard doesn't actually pop up, as far as I know. Vendrick hits harder. Well, with the amount of defense we have like, what is it? Verse Strike 742 defense, 861, 821, decent elemental. You know, Velstadt's armor upgraded, Rampart Golem, Havel's leggings. So it's like, I think, and also Steel Protection +1 as well, right? So I think that with all that, you would probably get hit roughly around how hard this is. It depends on the giant soul scaling too. So the way that it works is they scale his giant soul value based on where he pops up, because Vendrick has that modifier that's like exclusive to him too. So it's not base Vendrick without giant souls, if that makes sense. You managed to fix the randomizer, Tybalt? Oh, you mean because the little mushroom guy popping up? So after we reshuffled it didn't happen again. So I'm gonna take a guess and say that it's fine now. Also, how are you doing, dude? Welcome. Vendrick scales with Soul Giants. He does, yeah. So you can't really do a lot of damage to him, and he'll hit you harder, I think, if you don't have the Souls of Giants. It's like quite a grind. So I think this is simulating if you have the maximum amount for how much damage he's hitting you for. Unless I'm wrong that his value doesn't get changed, but it's just like how much you do to him. But I was told that the logic of it is that it already kind of predetermines how many you'd have, even if you don't have them, per area. That looks really cool. Wow. Okay, he doesn't like the toxic mist, apparently. Oh, dude, that's a grab? Okay. Have I even had that happen on practice? I wonder if that even happened before. I don't recognize that one.
Let strength be granted, so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
Nice, there we go. Oh, put on the Seldora stuff as well. Immediately. There we go. Bit of a bonus. So yeah, that would have been a nightmare if we tried to do the King's Pets. Or King's Pet separately. Damn. Looking like a Neo boss. Yeah, it's really cool. The Phantom skin and then the buff that he had too. Why is he blue? I don't know. So like there's instances where that kind of stuff happens on this. I'm not exactly sure why he is. I don't even ask questions. I just try to play it. That's it. But yeah, MBF, thank you for the 6 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Enjoy your human badge now as well. Ever won against double Ava when they're invisible? Double Ava? How would that work? Like, are you talking about playing a randomizer and then having double Ava? Or, like, there's a way to do that in the regular game? Trying to think if there was heals on somebody that we had rescued recently. I'm just gonna go back and just double check every single merchant really quick. I know there's Dragon Charms somewhere. Just want to get more heals. There's a place with double cat. Oh, you're talking about Lud and Zalin? So is it possible to have them be invisible? I wasn't aware that that was a thing, because Garrison Key is frozen, so you wouldn't be able to grab the key to actually get to them. So, like, is there... You have knowledge of someone being able to actually do that? Because that sounds like it would be pretty cool. You'd probably have to do, like, a... Even if it renders like that, you'd have to do a skip or something to even get there.
Be safe.
Never heard of it, though. Can kill Ava without the eyes to get the key? To get a Garrison Key? Really? Wait, so Garrison Key, even though it's frozen, killing Ava unfreezes the map? Oh yeah, because I guess you're doing Alsana as well, right? Yeah, would they be invisible? That's true.
Oh, so you
That's a good
finally
point, yeah.
decided to join us. Let us resume our...
Ah, the common fruit has the poison resistance. That doesn't have heals. Okay. Yeah, nothing there.
One day, my
I don't believe Blacksmith had anything. There was originally the Crimson Water, right? Yeah, it's all gone, though.
Don't waste my time.
Did I do Skeleton Lords? No, I haven't even seen them yet. That's going to be an interesting situation there.
Oh. Who are you? You do the top.
Nothing here, too. Wait, what is that? Soul of Great Hero. That usually is 20,000, so we make 900 off that one. It's pretty bad, but yeah, that's...
Oh my.
Really funny that that's there. Okay. Ooh, we didn't go get Kale. I just realized that. Because you can check Majula Mansion, too. One more Silky Stone. Is that replenished, though? Or is that one I didn't buy? I think I got all of them before.
Are you sure?
Alright, I kind of want to go rescue Kale and see how that is. Kale the vegetable. You can consider him a vegetable if you wanted to. A vegetable that makes maps. So much content, you can't imagine a Deathless. Oh, it definitely would be a long run. I think I would estimate 35 hours, maybe 30 to 35 on the higher end of things. Low end, maybe if you're really lucky with keys and you're just god tier, maybe 20 to 25 hours. But I think a lot of it is just the setup, right? Like, so even if you were to, like, play stuff, like, let's say you were good, you can't really start to do anything until, I would say, roughly, like, at least past the 6 hour to 8 hour mark. Like, then you're actually getting something that you could use, like, as a setup overall. But I couldn't imagine getting lucky enough where in less than that much time, you could actually just start to flow through everything. It'd be really weird with the way this is set up. That's the one mistake I made right away on this one, even casually, is like I didn't realize you have to actually really put a lot of time into preparing for everything. Because in DS1, the prep was, dude, it could be like 60 minutes or something like that, 2 hours maybe, at the least.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dude, he's Emerald Herald.
Just
Oh my god.
I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map. Why cartography, you ask? It was... But...
This gives me Green Goblin vibes, to be fair. Just like imagine, it's like, so, I'm a good guy, and then just turns around and blows you up.
I came to this land some time ago. What a joy.
Okay, at least the key's the same. Again, we're not shuffling key items for this playthrough just casually. We're going to be doing that with the Deathless. I wonder what we would have gotten if we did. Oh, Black Witch Robe's good, isn't it? Yes. One of the best chess pieces you can possibly get. So if we want to go lighter, that's what we need to do. How would I prepare differently for a Deathless on this one? Seems a lot more dangerous and chaotic than DS1. Yeah, with the scaling, it definitely is. And then even by default, I think there's just a little bit more going on. The way I would do it so far would be, you would go to... I think you'd do Dragonrider first because they can fall off. Like, simply, the dunking aspect of it would be the huge gain you'd get in the beginning. It'd be the highest quantity of souls you can get right away. Without actually, you know, risking dying trying to farm something. And then from there, you'd start farming, gathering all the freebie items that aren't behind anything that are sketchy. And then you just do a lot of really, really easy stuff, which in this would be still pretty hard. But there'd be that. There'd be the priority on getting a weapon that is probably Twinkling Titanite, Petrified Dragonbone based pretty early. And it would be a combination of you'd need the ADP, you'd need the Vigor, the stats to use the weapon. Stamina would probably come last in that arrangement. And then you would just very carefully, you know, check out anything that's slightly accessible. Maybe despawn enemies as well while farming. And once you get past, if you can get past that part, then there'd be an order of areas you would have to avoid by default just based on the quantity of things. And then, like, necessary merchants to rescue and everything like that, too. Some of the merchants might not be rescuable right away. Safely, at least. Oh, Estus Flash Shard. Nice, dude. That's really good. Okay. Yeah, there'd be some stuff that... I would probably write it as, like, a script, basically. Where it'd be like, okay, if this is this, then do this. If not, like, kind of almost like a tree. I was saying, like, I don't really make spreadsheets or anything, but maybe I'd make it a spreadsheet or some sort of, like, Venn diagram or whatever. Because I definitely would have notes. I wouldn't just be doing it randomly. There'd be no way on this one. You could probably, like, remember some of the things and do it in your mind that way, but for me, I'd want to have it written down a little bit. And I couldn't tell you exactly what the, you know, what the best way would be in general, but that's what I would think of, is just trying to, like, basically get to the point where your mid to late game setup, in contrast to the regular playthrough, like, so you're kind of parallel with that at the, you know, first 10 to 15% of the actual playthrough. So just getting ahead on a lot of stuff. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to kill anything.
How was your morning?
Soppy, it's been good, dude. Thank you for asking. It was really good. Got some stuff done that I'm very happy with. So, yeah, thank you for the 3 months, and thank you for the Prime sub too. How was your morning? All right, we're gonna have to go and see what is going on with Looking Glass now. Oh, I'm trying to remember if Lycia had anything in her inventory. I think she still stays at the Rotunda, right? It's either her or there's someone that doesn't go back to Majula that had the charms. It could be, what's his name? The guy that I thought was Dark Diver. But that was recent though. I swear that they were available before that. What's going on, Inferna? How are you doing? Welcome back. Chores are done now, Santu. You can chill. First try every single thing. That's already not happened right now, so
Just speak up if you're in need of
I'll try to create the
help.
illusion of that. What was that? Thunder Quartz? Oh my god. Oh yeah, 23. That's why we didn't get it. It was really expensive right away. Oh, Thunder Quartz plus 3 I'm going to grab. At this point, that's pretty damn good. All right, I think we're slipping on the... I should have made a note of where the Dragon Charms were. Like, they're really bad for healing in terms of how quick they are, but I'm going to need more at some point. All right, let's go and... I guess we'll see Looking Glass Night now. What's going on, Elzera? Any advice for someone who's uncomfortable in their current career and wants to transition to a completely different career? Honestly, like, I haven't really done that before, if that makes sense. Like, I've done a lot of different jobs, but I've never called any job I've done other than, like, what I'm focusing on now a career, even though it was, like, you know, it was supporting me and stuff like that. But if it was just, like, specifically you just want to change what you're doing in general, there's just necessary things you got to do. You just got to learn about the stuff, put effort into it. You're probably going to need to, like, for example, if you look at things as stacking resources, or that there's a thing that lets you be able to exist, to live, right? So you need something that takes up not all every single hour you have that does that, and then you need to use every other free hour that you have that you can justify to transition. So the process of that I would take on is just education, application, opportunity, forming, where you basically get the tools built for yourself so that when the opportunities come along, you have a good opportunity to actually get in those doors. And that's about it. I think that's the only thing you can do with anything. Some things you can learn very fast because there's no restraints on what you can and can't do. Like, you could just make it happen. Other things, they have like long protocols that are like kind of archaic systems that you have to go through that other people make that aren't really based on like your ability to do anything. So it really depends on the field probably. Like, I know people that went to school for multiple degrees and they still technically volunteer their time part-time, 20 hours plus a week for things that in hopes to be able to get better opportunities in their main job, only to get underpaid in their main job and then not even be able to get to the highest level until probably like their middle age or something like that, or even beyond that. And even that's still not as good as some things you could do in like a year or two in terms of survivability, but they're passionate about it. So it really depends on what you want to do and then the time scale of it. But yeah, you just got to educate and then like just do the stuff. That's it. But you probably want to make at least a reasonable amount of time when you have it. That's it. You're a social worker looking to get into tech? Yeah, I couldn't tell you about that because I'm not into tech. I've invested in tech before, but I've never done anything in tech, if that makes sense. But there's just like basics of everything like that. It's all the same no matter what. There's just different criteria in terms of how long it's going to take, what you have to do systemically, if there is a system you have to follow, and then what would be necessary to make you valuable. So if you have like, you know, pretty decent skill sets and whatever, it might not matter if it's like an education-based thing. Like if they're like, hey, you have to have this document saying this, and we don't care if you're good, then you might want to have that. Sometimes it might be worth trying even if you don't anyways, on top of other things, but that's something to consider too. And then if it is just purely how good you are, then, you know, you're just be really good. And at the same time, maybe think of how you can utilize that as well. It's probably the only things you can do. All right. So for Looking Glass, we got to go back to here. We got to do that part with, oh man, the golem inside. Oh shit. That might be tricky, where the mannequins are falling down. Vix, I'm doing good, dude. How are you? What's up? Is bro wavy, Benzo? How are you doing, man? There could be some squiggles and giggles within the Wiggles. I will say that. We've been known to operate like a like the ocean, you know. I'm not even sure what your definition of wavy is, but yeah, things get wavy in this playthrough. I'll return to the mushroom here. Nice. Foot soldier shield. Yin Mei, what's up? Oh, oops. How do I hit lower here? Hair texture? Can't tell if you're going for waves. Nah, I'm doing dreadlocks. But it's interesting though. Apparently those are pretty popular. I didn't know. I have not personally known anybody that has them that wears a do-rag at all. Everyone that I know that wore them had other hairstyles, like just basic, or they had locks, cornrows, or like some sort of braid sort of thing. But that's interesting though. Apparently that's popular now. Witching Urn 3, Elizabeth Mushroom. That's really good. Got 2 of them again. But now this is a problem. We needed one of them to go over there. Oh, dude, the lizard there. Okay, we'll see if we can at least get the lizard, and then maybe something could be done about the other part. If they see you're capable of solving problems on your own, that goes a long way. Yeah, it depends. Like, the thing is, again, I just base this off of a lot of individuals I personally know that have given me their feedback on these situations, and then I could take some experience because I have had different jobs, but they're not like high profile enough for me to really count them as like, oh yeah, I would do this for the rest of my life. Like, there's no chance. They would just be for stacking money. So, like with people that like I know that want to stay doing something, or at least they believe they want to do that for now, they've told me specifically in their experiences in various ways that, you know, sometimes there is the case where that's true, and then there's the case where unfortunately the person making that decision doesn't care about things being good. They just care about using information they were told that was important to follow a system, right? And that's it. And so if it's like grandfathered or systemic without room for, you know, maybe improving the actual quality of things, the flow of things, whatever, then it's hard to say that will be recognized as much. But it's always nice when it is. Like, that is huge. You'll make a better system out of that with the people that you're working alongside. If it's like multiple people, even just one person doing something, that would change a lot. Are we actually fighting the dino, man? I think we are. Okay, I'm gonna have to say that these ones are better than the DS1 dino. I never thought I'd say that. Crystal Soul Spear, okay. Would be good if could use, but not likely, so sad face. What is that? Dude, see, the dino has respect for me killing the other one, so he's actually making a blockade right here. This is sophisticated. Assist from the barrel, too. Oh, dude, Vengirl, what are you doing? Oh, don't believe me. You don't understand no scaling? No scaling means that if you see anything in general, it will do what it normally does when you find it in the regular playthrough. So if this guy has like 12,000 HP, like that's just a random number, but, well, okay, we'll say 1,200. If he has 1,200 HP and then he replaces a basic hollow that would die in one hit from like a really shitty weapon, he will not die in one hit from a shitty weapon, and he'll hit you for the damage that he would do later. So doesn't matter where it appears. The only conventions we've seen so far where it changes that based on the logic of how it's programmed was Vanguard's clones still act as if they're clones. And then in Dragonrider, the double fight, the other Dragonrider that is on the podium, whoever replaces that is weaker for the actual HP pool. Otherwise, everything has still been exactly what it is normally. And so it just makes it so that right off the bat, your difficulty is end game. It's like a lot of stuff is just end game difficult right away without you having anything set up at all. That's why Deathless is interesting on this one, because it's kind of like it doesn't only take you being really good, but then it's also a whole separate kind of experience that you'd have to get good at as well. Which, again, by the way, this is not Deathless. Not trying to confuse anybody here. Okay, get that charm, dude. Oh my god. Oh, it still worked. Nice. Okay. Oh, that was quite a situation there. Need to find the motivation to work full-time while learning another career. Alzera, well, so that's another thing too that's scalable. Every single attribute you have in general is scalable. So let's say focus is one thing. Let's say you have a particular set of tasks you have to do right now in something, and let's say that you have a level of understanding that you're, like, if you tried to write it down, like you had a piece of paper with a report that you had to audit yourself of how you did something in general, and there's time frames for it, and like the actual qualities of percent measurement of like what your intention is to what actually comes out of it, and then there's like progress over time, whatever. Let's say it doesn't even need progress over time, it's just the same thing you're doing all the time, same quality. Then you could say that you could extend all those things, right? And you could even progress if you wanted to, which again, some people are not incentivized to actually be better. Sorry, I think my mic screwed up. Sometimes you're not incentivized to be better because you're not going to get any reward from doing anything better. And that's one aspect too. But just look at it as like a thing that you're doing as an assessment for yourself. So write it down even if you can. If you can't remember the aspects of it, and be like, okay, if I'm going to put that many hours into what you already do, start already maybe focusing on making that a bit better first so that it's easier to do the other things outside of the stuff you're doing. If you already feel like it's hard to, you know, imagine even there being other things is a good start. Instead of just jumping into something right away. Could be a decent way of doing it. Because it's mainly just, you know, it's kind of like if you were to get better at jumping, running, you know, your cardiovascular strength went up, you were able to be more flexible or stretch. Like, it takes time. You have to actually like just go through the motions of all those bits in between. You don't just like immediately be like, boom, do this. Even though you could, like, I think the human body could adapt, but then that would elicit a lot more shock on you, right? So you wouldn't probably get the best results in that case. All right, well, that's the full sequence for that shortcut. Almost died. What's the lore on the dino with no tiny hands? So essentially, the way that it works is in current time, snakes actually were those dinos, and they just ran so fast the legs fell off over time. They got a little bit weaker, a little bit slower, and eventually they just lost their legs altogether, and they became snakes. And in the you know, the whole sense of how gravity beats down on them and everything, and the way that they were in like grooves in the ground and stuff, they actually became a little bit more slender at the same time too. So they just ran really fast. And then became snaky. It's just a glimpse into the past. On first playthrough this game, really tried to do everything, but you missed 16 of the bosses. Which ones did you miss? Like, was it just DLC content or something like that? There we go. Glutton for self-abuse. With this run at first, I was actually just being like, yeah, it'll be tricky, but I agree with you at that point, or at this point, sorry, that it is pretty wild. This one is, there's nothing I've done as a mod that actually just uses regular elements of the game that's like this at all. There's overhauls, there's you know, you could do like triple the enemies and all that. That's a little different, I'd say, but if we're having like still the same level of properties happening, same quantity of things, all that, it's other than, again, like things can replace other things, but all those enemies are still there. Yeah, this one's pretty crazy. This is up there. It's fun though. It's definitely very fun. It's one of those things that I think a long time ago wouldn't have been as doable, but you know, people just get better at stuff too. And I'm sure anyone that's played this game really, really well for a long time, they've done everything you could do on it. That's crazy. Like world record speed runs, like the hardest hitless damages runs with lower levels and excessively practiced stuff. Like you definitely get a lot out of this. It'd be fun. Don't think that YouTube chat's being merged, Reppy. So I don't usually merge YouTube chat. If I just, like, I have an announcement for anyone that is on the YouTube chat that says, you know, you can come over here. But if you mean it's not actually broadcasting to it, I can change that. Could try to fix it. It might not even be worth it at this point, though, because we're going to go switch over to the DS1 coaching soon enough. Probably made the event unlisted by default. And also, I'm in the middle of uploading something, too, so I'm actually shocked that the upload is good. Let me double check and see. Yeah, it's most likely just was unlisted. Oh, they finished. Nice. Let's see. Oh, no, it is public, dude. Really? Wait a second. That's awesome. No way. Really? Okay, wait. Let me just change. That's amazing, man. What usually happens, so I must have done, like, set it up ahead of time 2 days ago. Usually it automatically puts it back to unlisted and you have to keep changing it over and over again. But yeah, with the chat being merged itself, I tried that for a while. It was a lot for me, so I just decided to say if you wanted to come and ask any questions or interact, you can just come to the Twitch chat. It's a little bit more streamlined for me until further notice, until I maybe change that up. But that's what a lot of people do. That's majority of the people I know have done that from the beginning and recommended it. I just tried a lot of different things originally. Okay, that should be a bit better. There we go. Guillermo, what's going on? Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I still needed to have the directory listed for it, but apparently the actual visibility was public. That's good. Oh, visible enemy here? So it's a lone knight captain, I think. You can't even see their health. Oh my god. I wonder... Oh, dude, no, he's gonna kill freaking NPC in there. Oh, that's bad. Oh, it's really unfortunate that he can even reach in there. We don't have anything that could even go in there to make that mistake ourselves. Exclusive event right here. Maybe I could dunk him. Nope. No donkey. Dead? Not dead. There we go. Cool. How was Easter, David? It was good. It was just a regular day. I don't really celebrate holidays specifically unless there's like a really weird occasion to. Like at the most, just make a dinner or something. But for Easter, never been really one to celebrate it. It was good though. I forgot it was actually Easter. I thought Easter was on the Monday, and then I was told after that it was. Some people had messaged me saying Happy Easter, and then I checked my phone like before I go into bed, and I was like, oh shit. But I hope it was good for anyone that does do stuff for it. It was a good day, regardless. It was definitely a good day. Thank you for asking. I think humans will lose their legs. Yeah, I don't think you'll lose your legs. I think a lot of other problems will happen that have already, like there'll be medical conditions that are classified as normal that are just adjusting to modern time to make it seem like it's not as bad, that technically are very problematic, and they'll be minimized or dumbed down in how they're explained by like doctors and stuff like that, just to be able to like kind of soften the blow of like just the reality of things. I think that's definitely already happening or will happen more. Other than that though, I don't think people will just, their legs won't work. I'm pretty sure their legs will still work. Yeah, you'd have to do a lot for that to atrophy. Or not do a lot, if that makes sense. You'd have to probably put intentional effort into that being the case, or have like a particular kind of injury. Like if you were in a coma for a long time, you know, there'd be a lot of things related to that that could be problematic for a bunch of the body over time. But there's a lot of things you can rehabilitate too that's insane, like you wouldn't even believe. And even cases where people make recoveries that don't make sense in some cases as well. It's like, wow, that was incredible. So yeah, it's hard to say. What build would I use for a casual playthrough? On this one, I like the strength builds. Okay, we got more of the Elizabeth mushrooms there. So yeah, it would just be like the really heavy weapons. Smelter hammer, smelter swords, power stance is fun. The old knight hammer, old knight weapons in general. I would say malformed shell, malformed skull, regular greatsword. Anything like that's really fun in this one. But I haven't played this game casually since it came out, because as soon as I beat it, I just made a PvP character. I technically PvP'd before I even beat the game. I just stopped even progressing. And then for a week, I just stayed in the bell tower and just did multiplayer. So even the first playthrough was hijacked by PvP. Right after that, it was specifically invasions and just making builds, which were all different sorts. And then shortly after that, it was, you know, just trying to stream that stuff and everything. I wanted to make tournaments and do fight clubs, all those things. So we did that. Started doing content. And then following that, at the tail end of it was just arena. Just trying to get like win streaks, tournaments, play with like the best players was the idea. So I haven't actually played this game casually for a long time. To me, this is the most casual. Just the scaling part is ridiculous. Okay. So can we even get in here? Will this work? Because typically the stone dudes are fast. But if they have to activate the same way as normal, it should be fine. Oh, a Lois Knight? Yep, that's low chance right there. They activate pretty early. Fun times. Oh, they got stuck. Okay, cool. You got Gusser alone again, the run back on him. With medium roll. Okay, I'm gonna try my hardest for Seppuku. I just want to be able to find an opportunity to take the armor off and get lighter equip load here. Should be enough. Should go with Flynn's ring. Dude, does he do it? Yes, man. Okay, that's awesome. That is so cool. Seppuku randomizer alone, dude. No scaling. Let's go. And he gave me Sublime Bone Dust, too. I forgot we already had one of those we didn't use. That was sick, dude. That's the second time we saw him, too. So I got that warm-up on Congregation. That was mega locked in. That was a good one. So for me, that's big because I wanted to do the damageless all content on this, and I practiced him with regular damage, with actually really good damage, technically, many times, but that's probably, again, like 4 times the amount of time you'd have to fight him for, at least, maybe 5 times. So that's great, dude. Because I was not even getting Seppuku all the time on practice. So to see it randomly, that's cool. Christabs, we're on the eyeball drugs, man, apparently. My hand sweat is not as bad as I thought it would be on that, so I guess I feel warmed up on it. That's good. Not a bad fight to replace it. Hopefully we see Ivory King by himself, though. I want to get practice on that, too. Part of the idea of doing this actually was to just actually get better at DS2 overall. All right. Let's get the stuff back on. I'm going to try Black Witch Robe. We're going to do that, and then we'll try to go for the under 30% equip load setup with the Royal Ring, and then maybe good things will happen because of that. I don't know. Oh, it's so close, though. Dude, 30.5. That's not going to work. Okay, maybe, you know what? Okay, until we get a little bit more vitality, we'll have to wait to switch that to make sense of it. Because, like, I'm with trying to be under 30%, even with the ring. And this weapon's fairly light, too. It's not too bad. It still takes a lot. What's the lance weight? Yeah, the lance is the exact same. Damn it. All right, back to Velstadts. And then Havels, and I think we were doing the penal cuffs as well. Or was it Rampart gloves? Yeah. What triggers that? You have to do it damageless to get that animation overall. Dust as the reward? Yeah, but the best dust you could get in the game, for sure. Out of any single item. And it reminded me, too, it was a really good thing we got that, because we have an Estus shard and we have 2 Sublime Bone Dusts. Giant difference that it would make on this. And we have a Majula Mansion because we got Kale, so I gotta go check that, too. I gotta update the counter twice, because we did not do that at all. Or did we? Wait, yeah, 2 times, yeah. Because the Dragonrider fight as well, so 19. I'm surprised no one yelled at me for that one. You guys are slacking.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it. To see light, however faint it might be.
What's my favorite DLC boss? Ivory King is my favorite out of all of them. Ivory King would be my favorite. Sorry, actually, I can't say that. No, it would be King's Pets. Because Ivory King intro. If you take away the intro battle, Ivory King's the best in general, and by a decent stretch, by quite a bit. So, probably should mention that. But because of the way they structure it, yeah, King's Pets would have to be my favorite. I think it's a pretty good balance. All right, let's go to here. Burn the Bone Dusts. Just joined. Can confirm you were indeed slacking for the second half of the morning, Flitty. Yeah, you gotta be on me. You gotta be like, dude, like, you suck. Like, how did you not update the counter? What is this? Not even playing, not even real gameplay. Paying someone else to play or something like that. A cute face on the character? Character's looking a little upset, in my opinion. Gotta bring him back to life. And stare into your soul for a second. Definitely looks completely unimpressed. It also looks like he's smuggling a jawbreaker across the border, too, from the side. He's got the full giant one in his mouth right here. It's like actually making his nose protrude more, because he's just trying to, like, cram it all in his face.
Bearer of the... until...
Alright, we'll get some levels here. It's been a while. What else can we do? Yeah, I'm going to leave ADP for now. Vitality, let's do that. Get the equip load to 20. No Death is probably going to take a month. It'll probably take longer than like a whole month in terms of just real time, because I'm not going to play it every day. Like calendar days and stuff like that is one thing, but actual streams and then how long they are. If I do 8 hours, we'll say a regular stream would be 8 hours of attempts. And I would say minimum 38 hour streams with preparation, with being pretty good, would be amazing. Like, because I've seen people do it that are much better than me at the game, and I think they're still technically around that number or higher at least.
I knew you.
So, especially with the new settings, with the old settings, I know Elias got it, like, maybe not quickly, but he got it in reasonable time, and then he's doing it again with the new settings, with the update, so.
Lonely times.
Yeah, it would take a while. Like, if I can get so prepared for it, though, like, I learn a lot from this, and I just think about, okay, how am I going to do this? And we're really systematic with it. It's possible that it would be less, but it would probably be a little bit lucky at that point, because I just don't think I'm that great at this game compared to some of the best examples I've seen bits of, and I've seen some cool PBs from. And that's without even knowing what they did, just straight up stats of just seeing, okay, like, I think Dis PB's 35, right? I remember seeing that on his counter, and I was like, definitely not comparable to his skill level on this, but could probably get like somewhat close in the process of doing a lot of it, for sure. All right. Now we got to go to Amana if we want to. We could do Amana and then Demon of Song. Is that worth it? It's a single fight, so I mean, it makes sense that you would probably want to do Amana next. Just a lot of enemies to kill. I think that's the only way. You just do all of any percent for all the single fights, get to the end, and then go backwards to do Iron King, you know, Harvest Valley, all that stuff past Skeleton Lords at the end. Yeah, we fought this guy before. Whoa, dude, he has a laydown. What? That's weird. That looked like it was instantaneous. Oh, he's got a backstab too. What? Oh, this is knowledge, man. Do you think you'll finish this run today? No chance at all. No. I most likely won't even finish it next stream, if I had to guess. But today we don't have as much time that I'm putting into it. I'm going to be doing it for the next, like, just under 2 hours. And then we'll be switching up. Unless Cheese is not available today. He said he wanted to do the hitless coaching again today. I told him Thursday would work pretty well. So that might not happen if he's not around. If he is, then thinking about just under 2 hours. And then with the next stream, it still might not account for all the stuff that's left. Because on the counter, we're halfway, but some of that stuff doesn't mean anything. Like, the progress on it could be very quick. It's mainly the second DLC to get to it. I have to go to Ivory King, or sorry, Iron King, right? Or around that area. Then to get to that, I have to do Skeleton Lords. So DLC 2 can't be done until then. Which attempt is this? This isn't an attempt. This is just me playing through the Enemy and Item Randomizer. Just to try to complete it. I can show you the total deaths once we go back to Majula if anyone wants to know. You can see them on the monument, but... yeah, I'm just trying to learn from it, because I've never played Enemy Randomizer on this before. This is a non-poison hand version of this guy. Can you backstab him? Yeah. So I think they'd be in the memories that you don't typically do as often unless you're just doing everything that you can possibly do in this. Because you don't need to go into all the giant memories to kill a boss at all, right? Favorite streamer streaming? Favorite streamer of all time still for us. Like, I've spent the most time in his channel. I don't think I can watch enough content for the rest of my life in someone's live that would be more than I spent over time watching his stream. So like he's still my favorite streamer overall, even though he doesn't stream anymore. But next to him, there's some pretty up there ones. I'd say Hob and Otzer up there as well. Like they'd be just in line with him almost. Definitely a select few others. Dist is up there for sure. Wasn't Faraz an Andrew Tate fan? I don't think he was a fan of Andrew Tate. I think he just talked about a lot of controversial stuff on his stream, so he probably mentioned things about him at some point. Maybe he agreed with certain points of view or whatever, but I don't think he's a fan of a lot of the things he talks about. I know he likes Jordan Peterson, though. I know he's a fan of Jordan Peterson, and that was like a huge controversial thing.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
Hey, Squill. Hope all is going well. Good luck with the runs.
Man, just to even get through the first... What is this? Maybe 20 square feet of Amana? Damn. A lot of things going on already with the shuffles here. Do you have a plan for Skeleton Lords? Just get very strong for it. Like, incredibly strong. Are all key items fully randomized? No, the key items aren't on this one, just so I can learn the game this way. I thought it'd make more sense to just do it casually without key items randomized. The items are, though. All the settings for the items are as they normally would be. Frostblade, thank you for the 42 months, man, as well. Welcome back. I think the Lance has a better crit on this one. Run! Ooh, imagine not being able to get up the stairs here. You'd love to tell Hob he's about your second, third favorite streamer? Go for it. Tell him whatever you want, dude. Free speech. I think he already knows that, though. I'm pretty sure we have similar understandings on those things. I'd imagine I'm probably in his list somewhere, too, over time, but I know we both don't have a lot of time to watch the streams like we did before. Oh, here we go. Stagger. He's doing a shield poke without the shield up. That's what it looked like. At least it didn't block me. I thought he was doing like the hiding poke there. That's DLC. Yeah, that's a Rampart Golem, and then the it's like kind of like the equivalent of a Sanctum Soldier, but the Eliam Lois version. It's like the Frozen Soldier. Man, we really need Twinkling Titanite on this. You tried reading 12 Rules to Live By, and it felt like 40% of it was Peterson stroking his ego. Otherwise, some decent points. Okay. Yeah, I haven't read any of his books. I don't have a lot of opinions on the matter myself, but I heard that like the one book he made it took a long time to write, and it has like just very, very, like the information is like no word wasted, he said, or whatever. It was very intentional with every single sentence, every word in it. And the way he described writing it was interesting. Because there's people that definitely boil down a lot of their books to the key points. But I don't know exactly what the book was about fully. Apparently it was something pretty important, though. Okay, Red Eye Ring is bad. That's making things worse. We don't want that. I feel like DS2 doesn't get a whole lot of love. So it's kind of weird because it does. Like, it sold really well. People still play it pretty often. It's probably the most frequent category that people play now until, like, some massive entity goes into the directory and boosts another one of them. But, like, right now, it's probably the most frequently played one out of the trilogy because of this kind of stuff, and just probably there's probably a signal boost to awareness of it because of that, because of other things people have done in the recent months. So it has its times, but it gets memed on quite a bit for sure. And then, like, some of the stuff's 100% valid. Other parts are, it could be, like, just, you know, preferential, I guess. But it definitely made the sales, definitely has people that play it. People are still buying it right now. They still will tomorrow. They still will probably for years. Just, it won't be received the same as, like, the experience you're getting out of the other ones, for sure. It's not going to be, like, memorable in the same way.
We knew you were coming. And stop singing.
Look at this.
We are Milfinito.
Hopefully it gets the seamless co-op mod. I'm assuming that all of them are going to, because DS1 did. So that'd be amazing if even Bloodborne gets it too. Although that would be very, like, niche in terms of who can play it, right? Do you feel like the audio in this game doesn't give you good feedback? Some of the audio does, some of it doesn't. It's definitely not as cohesive overall. Like, there is aspects with it that is actually really good. I would say that a lot of that doesn't need to be good, though. Like, it could be worse and it'd still be almost the same. It's, like, negligible in terms of what that does, because sound design doesn't help too much unless you have other things in conjunction work really well. I've played things that have amazing sound design and they're just really bad for the gameplay, so it's like, it's not possible for it to even translate. Watching NBA playoffs, Rex? I don't watch any of the conventional sports, man. Or even, like, technically even action sports. I don't keep up with them on, like, a ongoing basis, if that makes sense. I'll just see clips of things sometimes. But if you are watching them, I hope they are interesting for you. I hope you enjoy it. Is there a team in particular that you guys want to win? If for anyone that's actually doing it? Lakers, okay. Are they still good? Like, are they overtime, like, one of the better teams, or are they just, like, there? Why is your do-rag still on? It's actually part of my head. It melted to the skin. It's kind of like that dude that became his chair. It's fully melted. You just got an NBA this year, so you don't know? Oh, I see. Go Mets, we love the Mets. Isn't Mets baseball or something like that? If there's a Mets basketball team, then dude, it's been some time. That's turned into those wax guys in Grand Archives. That would be so scary. Imagine waking up and you're a candle. Like you're melting, but you're still alive. Oh my god. Warriors are your team, but second best player got hurt last game. If he isn't back in at least game 4, we're done for. Okay. Wore a white one yesterday. You feel lied to, Cletus. So there's actually these cool things you can do where, with the magic of food coloring, anything's possible. I'm not going to tell you the other secrets, but let's just say there's some dyes involved. Could even be camera tricks. I might be lying. I might be trying to hide the Photoshop there. See, one thing with this part that I'm not 100% on is where the actual edge is for the water. Like, I know they're standing probably pretty close, but I'm not 100% sure how much. It is actually pretty close, damn. Spell Quartz Ring +1, don't we have that? We have the +3. Soul Appease as well. Oh, that's not good. I keep thinking it's gonna shoot straight here, but it doesn't though. That's the ultimate con right there. The fact that like it's like the guy's trying to target you, but he always shoots slightly to the right. And then like right there, it was straight for some reason. Do you drink or smoke? No, I used to before. Like not cigarettes, but the jazz cabbage, and then also I drank until I was of age, and then I stopped. So anything past that was mainly just like taste testing stuff. I did have one situation where I think it was like 2.5, 3 years ago. Went on a trip with my friend, and I said that if I could hit the gym 5 days throughout the week, that I'd have a shot in my coffee with him, because he kept like just being a baby about it. Because he's like, oh, you're like not drinking, whatever. And I was like, I don't. He knew I didn't drink, but we made a little bit of a deal, and it wasn't that enjoyable. It didn't do anything. It was just a waste of money, in my opinion. But it didn't taste bad. It was just kind of like, could have just had regular coffee anyways. But yeah, I didn't enjoy alcohol past about 19 or so. Did the underage thing. Don't recommend it, but I mean, sometimes it actually helps. Depending on your predisposition to certain things, I guess. What is Rouge Water? Anything that is red that the character drinks in this just restores health. So Rouge Water, Crimson Water, and there's Divine Blessings as well. I think the only one that's not actually going to heal you is the Holy Water. You can throw it like an urn. So I want to go to the next bonfire, but I'm not sure if they're going to make it there. Let's go in the cave right here. Wait, backstab opportunity? Okay, that works for now. Yeah, this area is crazy. Biggest gripe with DS2 is enemy strikes feel like they have no weight to them. Could just be in your head. The enemy strikes, some of them definitely don't have that impact for sure. Why'd I get into the gym? I've been into the gym since I was a kid, dude. Like, I was working out when I was like 8 years old. Not like hardcore, but we had weights at home and I was lifting them when I was like literally 8. Actually, maybe even 7, technically. My mom, she wanted to be a competitor for, I think it was... I'm trying to think of what the lowest category is for women. Like, she was really into fitness and stuff like that, and like meal prepping and everything pretty young. Got out of it a little bit. She still does workouts, but... she was like super hardcore into it, was always talking about like that kind of stuff and fascinated with it. And then for me, there's like the natural inclination, like most people obviously around like I'd say middle school to high school usually try working out in my experience. A lot of my friends wanted to do it. So it's a combination of that. That was kind of like the resurgence. And then like as early as 8, I was definitely picking up the dumbbells, doing the rowing machine and all that stuff pretty often because she would train too. I'd want to join, and then oh man, we didn't get the bonfire, I don't think. Did we light it at least? I don't think we got to. All right, we're making the speed run now. Yeah, so there was that, and then it was just like on and off until I think around 23, 24. About between 23 and 24, I was actually like, okay, I can't stop. I can't keep taking breaks. Like, I actually just gotta like be serious. But yeah, it was probably just something I was meant to do. That's the best way I could put it. Because I don't look at it like I'm not into it the same way as some people are, where it's like it's not a hobby to me. It's just a necessary instruction for life itself. Like if they wrote an instruction book, you'd have to do that. That's just 100% guaranteed. Need to for a lot of reasons. So it's more of like a built-in thing in my mind, not something that's an activity. It's just like your due diligence that you got to do. And then there were times I tried to take it as an activity kind of thing, but it just I'm into too many other things to actually look at it that way, if that makes sense. But I definitely, it's cool. It's definitely really cool. How do you prefer coffee? So I do black. I don't do sugar in the coffee, but I'll do oat milk in it sometimes if I've already eaten food. So like I'll fast for most days. Last 2 days my fasts were cut down a little bit. But they were still like somewhat normal. Usually I'll fast until, what time is it now? 3, so I'm trying to think of how many hours. So sleep plus, I think it would be 6 or 7 hours after sleep plus sleep. And then maybe sometimes even just a bit before bed too. And then I'll do my first meal. And then so black coffee's like doesn't make your metabolism start up or anything. It's fine. And it's appetite suppressant as well, so it helps on top of that. And also I just like black coffee. It's good. If it's good coffee, you can just have black coffee overall. Sometimes it's even better. But I find regular milk and coffee tastes really weird to me now. Like I'd have to have oat or even almond. Almond's good, but it's like a little too weak in terms of like, I don't know. I feel like you have to add a lot for it to even like have flavor if you want to add flavor. But oat is really good for me. If I've already ate food specifically. This game doesn't have aim punch. Wait, what? Oh, you mean like you can't aim your attack? Like if I do this, can't aim in different directions? You can technically... Oh, maybe you can't punch the ground, can you? It looks a little lower. It might not actually be that you can do different heights of punching. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so first priority, we got to take out that pony and whatever the hell this thing is. Let me change the weapon for that. So we were talking about how apparently large clubs still technically pancakes on this if the enemy's not in an animation. Wait, oh, is that an invisible one? It is. See, now hopefully that's true. I feel like that could be not true, but only because I just did it there. That seemed like it was in between there. Stone ring typically is needed, from what I understand, to do what I'm trying to do right now. How often do you drink beer, Prab? I don't drink, man. I'm not. Like, beer is disgusting in my opinion. When I did drink, I drank Bacardi 151, Tanqueray Gin, Bombay Sapphire, Captain Moe's, like the dark one, like just hard stuff. With like the hardest being 151, maybe moonshine. Typically, it was mainly just to get intoxicated. It wasn't to enjoy the flavor or anything. I was never going to be a flavor drinker, if that makes sense. Or like an adult that like enjoys the craftsmanship of that kind of stuff. It was mainly escapism when I was young. So I probably would have became an alcoholic or like died or something, to be fair. Like, not to be dark, but that's something that runs in my family. A lot of problems with that kind of stuff for certain people. And so high chance that it would have just been a tool to like create problems, not to actually enjoy. And I was lucky that like I didn't enjoy it enough to, you know, have things match up where that was like the path necessarily. But there is some people that I grew up with that became like that, unfortunately. And luckily, like, none that aren't here because of that particularly, but there is some that aren't here because of other things. So that's mainly the idea, is that it was just like underage, just to, you know, deal with problems at the time. And then luckily I was like, yeah, this isn't really that fun. Like when it was able to be just purchased whenever. I tried it and I was like, it's whatever, man. But I can get along with people drinking. Like I've gone out tons of times and done that. I'm usually like the person that drives everybody, but as long as you can handle yourself, I don't mind it. It's more so just for me, it doesn't do anything. It's a waste of the money, time, would slow down the goals I have too. It'd be like just a detriment in every way, shape, and form. But for others, I can see how it's not. Just depends on how much you have the affinity to that. So yeah, beer for me wouldn't make any sense. It would just be like, why would I not? Like, even, dude, honestly, to be fair, I would almost kind of look at it as like if I drank Kool-Aid or something like that, or like Fruitopia or something. Like, I wouldn't even drink that just randomly because I'm like, what's the point? I'm gonna be dehydrated after. The flavor's not even good enough, in my opinion, even though those taste better than beer. Not to say one's better than the other. It's probably about the same at some point, but like even that kind of stuff, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I used to like that kind of stuff too. Soda water, I have sparkling water, and then like occasionally I'll have like a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero. But sparkling water, regular water, just regular water filtered is amazing. And then the coffee usually. And also killing this horse right here properly through the wall, maybe? Can we do it? Dude, who is the invisible enemy? Where is the invisible enemy? Do I have to do Lingering Flame on this? Okay, there's one. Let's get another one going. Nice. I don't even care about the equip load right now. I just want to, like, whatever this invisible enemy is, this combination's not working for the bonfire at all, so need that to be gone for a second. Oh, there we go. I think we're going to have to put the Lingering Flames at the doorway where whatever... Oh, we can see the shadow. Kind of looks like a regular soldier. Yeah, we're going to have to put it at the doorway just in case, and then hopefully they just trigger it right away. Put one right here. Why'd that disappear? Is that where the location is? What? Dude, nothing happened there. Just like it disappeared completely. Why? Yuka, what's going on? Definitely need something to chill today. Hope the runs are going well. This is definitely quite an experience so far, man. Especially this particular bonfire in Shrine of Amana is off the chain. I can't say we've had an actual checkpoint that's like this so far, because the aggro range from this dude normally would be impossible. Like, nothing over there could even reach here. And now it's fighting something else. I don't even know what's going on in the background there. They're fighting each other. So yeah, that pony, that's a big problem on top of whatever the invisible enemy is here. Now, so, okay, so see how that's a royal soldier right there? Was he additional to whatever was going on? Or was he the invisible enemy? That just so happened to not be invisible that one time. Oh, also Drakewing, we got to repair that too. I'm just going to have to go back and do that first. That would have been a bigger priority getting to this part because it's the only fully upgraded weapon. Do I like tea? I do. I like the mint teas. I like, what's it called? Lemon ginger specifically as well, quite a bit. But I don't drink tea that often though. Regular tea is whatever. I mean, it's okay, but herbal teas and all that are pretty damn good.
Oh,
Wait. There we go. Let's check what we can reinforce here too. It's got one more large titanite. Still haven't got another one for the rapier, unfortunately. This is madness, man. Got the war pick for the black dragons now.
I'll be around if you make it back.
He was the invisible one, but maybe there's two? Yeah, like the shadow on it looked like it was that enemy. After we died there. Oh, Iron King Soul I'm gonna save, just in case Strade has something cool. Could actually go check right now and see. What's purple tea? I've never heard of purple tea before. Thoughts on chai tea? Chai tea is pretty good, but I wouldn't drink it like it is. The thing that chai tea was really cool for is, I used to work at a coffee place, and I remember one of the life hacks someone showed me there is you put a chai tea bag in white hot chocolate, and it makes it taste amazing, because white chocolate in general to me tastes terrible, and I don't like anything with it, but that particular combination was insane when I was younger. I remember having that a couple times, and it was blowing my mind, so I enjoyed chai tea for that reason. Normally, though, I don't think I've even had a chai tea before, just, like, bought one and drank the whole thing. Maybe I tried it somewhere or something like that.
Souls, I mean, if you was bigger.
Alright, trade. Nothing for Iron King Soul. I wonder if that's because the game knows we haven't made it there. And he can't even generate that. So we might have to just hold on to it and see. It's at the point where we could save all of them. Doesn't matter. Alright, this is the biggest stretch for any percent. That's probably going to be the worst for enemies, so... Are you annoyed by caffeine dependence? Like, you know it's not bad for you, but sucks that one day skip to coffee is a headache? I've never gotten headaches from, like, having, what's it called? Coffee specifically. When I was living on coffee, I had like about 4 or 5 a day that were actually really strong. Like, I intentionally made them strong. Slept 4 hours a day on average or less. And it was stomach aches that I'd get when I stopped having it. And just fatigue. It wasn't really headaches. I'm not really a headache person. So I'm still convinced I've never had a real headache other than COVID. Like, genuinely. Maybe like symptoms of something that's close for something else randomly, but I don't think I've ever had a real headache before. And I've tried to explain that before, but I don't know if anyone understands it, because I haven't met anybody that said they've never had one. Maybe I've had one I didn't know. It's hard to say. But yeah, that's not something that happened to me for the coffee. When I actually had like the crazy dependence on it, it was stomach aches and just lethargy. Pony, please get stuck. How much HP does this thing have? Whatever this enemy is, it's very tanky. Oh, it's a Lois. That's so bad, man. Out of anything that could be there. Wow. Oh, at least the pony was a little bit, he's polite. He waited for the battle. Nice. Okay, let's just get out of here for a second. And trade the Lois gauntlets for something light enough just to see, can we actually pancake this? I genuinely don't think we can, but I might be not doing it properly. Oh, there we go. Perfect. There's one. Okay, my timing was just incredibly bad on it. Thank God. It was true. It was true. Just have no Estus anymore. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. As someone who gets headaches often, that sounds like a blessing. Rip. I take it as a blessing for sure. Just because I know that migraines run in my family a little bit. I think it's more likely women get them though, typically. And then there's other things that can cause headaches as like in conjunction with other problems. Like it's a higher chance, depending on if you have other issues or like maybe you're maybe you have to take a medicine or you choose to take a medicine that has a side effect that causes that or something, you know, whatever it is. Could also just be habitual too, like there's habits that will make it more likely to. I think dehydration, there's a higher chance. All right. Explodey dude is pretty easy. Yoink. Now imagine getting Forlorn on top of this. I've always wondered in this entire playthrough, can you have Forlorn invade? I don't think we've seen him. Like, or maybe we did and I just forget because there's so much stuff that's happened, but it's a whole nother ball game there. Ever since you forced yourself to drink water and sleep better, it's been rare for you to get headaches. That's good. Nice. Oh, okay, wait, it's one of these guys. They're pretty easy. Let's try this. You got one in the Gulch? Oh, okay, okay. I remember Jester Thomas popping up in the Gulch specifically, and he was in place of Woodland Child Gully. I think it was twice that happened, but I don't remember Forlorn's character model popping up. So maybe there's another Phantom that replaced him by name. Must have not been able to see that one properly. Okay. Is there a chance that we can go this way? Okay, I'm going to take the loss on the Havel's leggings there. Masala tea is popular in certain regions of India. It's not universal tea preparation. The universal term is tea. The term is chai by default, though. Okay, so that word means, like, not the specific variety of tea, but like that is just the basis of it. That's what you mean. It directly translates to tea. Okay, I see. Yeah, chai tea here just tastes spicy. Roll Soldiers Ring 1? Well, can't use that now. Unless you could do both. That would be amazing. I don't think so, though. Yeah, wouldn't let you. You got a Wingstop ad on the stream? Really? We've heard some really funny ones before. There was one, someone was saying it was in a language they didn't speak that was not local or anything, and there's like 10 ads or something that were just, you didn't even know what it was. Wondering how they do the targeted advertising on it, or if they even do that every time. Okay, hide night, chill. Oh, that thing's so far away. Are you serious? Wait a second. Okay, we're gonna have to be careful here. See, if I went the other way, I think this would have been the problem, because we might have not had a time to stop and look at what's going on at all. There's about, I think there's 3 enemies on the inside of this, like, the way that the inner wall curves right here to that little hut. And so I don't even know what they are. I can't even see. I don't want to see in case they actually chase us, but we're not going to go that way at all. Usually this would be a bad choice. I don't think going this way would be a good idea ever. It's the opposite, but on this one, we might not have time to rest for a second. So, like, these little things I'm trying to pay attention to Because, like, I would expect that all these enemies here would act ridiculous and they would just run towards you anyways if you're even close to this, even if they can't see you. But they're being chill. There's an acolyte right there, actually. I saw something that was gray behind him, like, just for a second, but... yeah, this might be the way to go about it. Oh, we got a pony there, too. Oh, my God. Okay, so first we got to deal with this guy. Oh, no, fuck! Dude, see, this is the problem. You should just assume that the aggro range is crazy on this. Because now we got both, so we got to go pull back here. Just a little bit. There is a chance that this works here. I don't know if... oh, that's really interesting. Look how high up in the air that is. Yeah, that still works for the pony. And the pony aggroed this guy because I think that they can fight each other too. So this is a whole nother thing that normally would not be in a randomizer that I've played typically, is that enemies that can actually battle each other will trigger, like, there'll just be like a second where it triggers something, and then the ones that weren't even aggro from you will chase you instead, even though they were the one that triggered it, which makes it even worse. You have to think of that, and I don't even know the full list of enemies that can fight each other. And this seems to be a lot in this one. Baby Fetus, thank you for the 169 bits. I appreciate that. You didn't even use a text-to-speech message, though. You guys are slacking on the TTS. We have TTS Nicole, and we have TTS Michael that could give us such funny feedback when it comes to all the things you could type. They could become sprinklers, they could become lawnmowers, they could be, you know, like, just completely bugging out over everything with the right text that is put into it. Blake, what's up, man? This is really funny right here. Why is this happening? You've hardly been here in TTS. People just don't use it anymore. Like, they'll use... I've seen people use like 500 bits, and you could have used TTS 5 times and spread it out over the course of days, even in certain cases. It's like all at once, just 5 messages completely gone that could have been funny. And sometimes that actually makes clips even better too. Like, there's some of the best clips I've had where someone does a really good TTS for a resub or for bits, and I just keep it. And even in the meme reels that we made, it wouldn't be the same if that didn't happen. Like, there's an entire script for a video you guys haven't seen yet that was based off of starting with a TTS message that my original editor used for their resub. Okay, let's hope Pony is stuck. Yeah, Large Club definitely doesn't do shit on him. The final life gem. Oh, man. This thing gets unstuck and it could be over really quickly.
Bringing the eye back to TTS.
It might be able to, but it also looks like it's having a hard time. Bringing the eye back to TTS. Man, baby, thank you. I appreciate that again. It's a very particular number as well. What enemy is that invader? That's not even an invader. So the way that this game works is if you beat it, or you do a bonfire ascetic in an area. Actually, bonfire ascetics, I'm not sure if it counts all the time. That might not be true. New Game Plus, basically, and beyond, there is different layouts of extra enemies that have the phantom appearance that are harder, either additionally, or they could be things that are already in the area as well that are changed. There's even different invaders when you go like really high up in the new game cycles, so this just puts in variations of enemies that would be like that normally if you're on a higher playthrough. And so he's an enemy from Huntsman's Copse. I think he would be turned into that if it was New Game Plus and beyond, or one of the higher new game cycles. Alright, Toxic Mist not working out too well. That goes through walls? What, dude? Dragon Charm immediately? I guess you wouldn't know. Frigid Outskirts doesn't really have a lot of walls in general, so... Wow. Okay, we got one of the ghost dudes from DLC 2, regular acolyte, and is that to Gurm Warrior? Ballbag Bobby as well. Have I tried Seeker of Fire? No, I haven't done a lot of mods for this game at all. I've just done Item Randomizer. Like way back. Also, Brandon, what's up, man? Never letting go of the stream being sponsored by Cherry Kool-Aid Jammer. That was so funny because, dude, I literally bought the Kool-Aid Jammer Cherry way back then. It was the first time since I was like probably like 12 or something like that. And it was pretty good. I was like, this is better than I thought it was going to be. And just that one clip, everyone kept mentioning it. I didn't think that that would even be catchy at all. I can't believe that was... out of anything that I could even say that's more consistent or actually happening a lot, that's something that you remember. Hilarious. For how little I've actually drank into those and bought in my life. Like, that's just insane. Is Kool-Aid carbonated? If it was, you might actually die. I think that there's a high chance that the plutonium would react with the carbonation, unfortunately. But in jammers, it's a little bit more diluted, so you'd have a chance of maybe just, you know, partial mutation, slight green skin change. Maybe like the arm that would grow from your forehead wouldn't be like full size, so you just have the fingers. Do you like goober? What is goober? Oh wait, I think we're lucky here. This is a poison arrow moment. I haven't used them at all the whole playthrough. I've saved them. But it's time. If you can even use them on this guy, maybe they don't work. Yeah, they probably don't work on that guy. Damn. This is not a poison arrow moment. We're gonna just make sure that that's just erased from everybody's memory. That didn't happen. It wasn't real. You weren't there for the stream, but only for the clip? Oh, same thing. I think it's because the BRBs that kept it alive when I had those. I still actually have... I have the new one I haven't shown you guys. There's a 37-minute one that we made. But I don't know if it has any kind of copyright stuff in it. I gotta go through and check it and see, and we could use that here and there for bigger breaks. Is Shrine of Amana better or worse with Randomizer? This is much worse, dude. This is actually terrifying. That first bonfire is the worst situation from actually getting a bonfire and just respawning at it that I've seen in the entire playthrough so far. It was absolutely the worst. And then beyond that too, just like the variety of stuff we got, you could say it could be worse. I would rather have each enemy be a really hard enemy by default and none of the ponies though. Because if you look at the aggro range, man, that was across the entire area. It wasn't even like it saw me. It was just, yeah, we're just going to run to you no matter what. And I think they're coded like that because in Frigid Outskirts, they appear on the timer with the, and like location, I guess, with the snowstorm. And they have to find you, otherwise, you know, it wouldn't be working properly. So they're essentially heat-seeking. This enemy's tanky, yeah. we're only hitting 37 damage though. It's not that big in numbers. This is one of the hardest enemies to kill in general in all of this next to the pony, unless you get the club R2 at the right time and have no other enemies interrupting. And then with this dude, he has really good poise. I don't think you can backstab them. And yeah, there's Toxic Mist didn't work on them before. Again, if it did and I just forgot that it did briefly, it was really hard to get it to work. I tried them a lot. But we literally just hit him with, what, 4 or 5 poison arrows? There's nothing. Okay, now we got this guy. Oh, perfect. Okay. So there is the advantage of that. I don't know if the Archdrake guys, excuse me, if they could normally fall off right here, if that's even possible. Long stream today, Saitama? The total stream should be longer for sure, but we're not going to be doing this the whole time. We are switching up to doing the hitless coaching on DS1 and seeing if Cheese can get his run today. But again, it just depends on if he actually is available or not. I didn't hear back from him for a while, so let me just double check and see. Yep, okay, no, sorry, no, he messaged me not too long ago, so we're good. Yeah, we'll be doing that, and that will probably be a great handful of hours to get through. No drum in purple. I haven't been playing Clone Hero for a while. I've just been doing the actual kit here and there. But yeah, we got to do the Return to Clone Hero soon. I'll make you a promise. If I get ahead on every single project I'm working on at the moment right now, which out of the 3 of them, 2 of them are almost, well, sorry, one of them is completely done with a revision. The other one is 90% there in terms of like just the smallest details are left. And then the biggest next one needs to be completed first. And then when that's done, and if I can get it done ahead of the actual time frame I'm making for myself, then I'll play Clone Hero at the end of a stream. Especially if Cheese already got his run. We'll just replace it with that. Then it makes sense in my opinion. Because I know there's some people that really like it. Unfortunately, it's not really... I don't look at it as content. It's just like chilling for a little bit. But it is cool, though. It's good exercise. Very good cardio. All right. Old Knight. Let's go. Heard of the band Brutus? No. What is Brutus? You watched the cover? Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was nice because I've been trying to figure out the problems with the triggers and the crosstalk. Someone was mentioning about checking the settings for that specifically first, and I actually realized that there's a whole nother issue that was a bigger problem. I was able to solve that, nothing to do with that. That actually made that not happen anyways, so it didn't even have to adjust those settings. So that's kind of sparked a lot of things, and then I was able to actually map the full kit, full dynamics, have a lot more control within the VST, so then I don't have to actually buy another VST to get the MIDI to work properly. And all the triggers are functioning normally. I can actually adjust the other problem I have with the hi-hat too, so much better. Instead of like mechanically adjusting things. I don't know why he's only going for the pancake attack on me. Is he the keeper of the ponies and he wanted to get revenge? Okay, this thing's gonna be a little tricky here. I don't even know where this caster came from. Was it in the back corner there by the ramp? Stamina, please. No, okay, wait. So the one that would have healed them is this mushroom right here. Maybe I just didn't see it. Not only was it PB1, but it was on Gwen. Yeah, he got 2 of the situations that are like, in my opinion, the classic one-hit PB. I call it one-hit PB plus because like an actual one-hit PB wouldn't be like that for either of them. It's like beyond that, so it's where Miyazaki's really just pushing the button on you. He's just testing you. So yeah, you can't really go further than that. Now it's just like actually getting really good at all the situations, which is not required to get a run, but it helps in the future if you're going to do anything else. So now we get to see the consistency for other stuff. I don't think this is going to do anything to the crawly guy. I just realized he's DLC too, so he's going to already have the fire. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we have the dried roots. Let me... Fuck! Dude, get out of here. Please get out of here. Yeah, we're just chilling. It's all good. Crawly guy's fast, but we're good. Thank you. Okay, that's very generous there. Oh, but there's something else, though, going on this part. What was triggered there? See, I don't want to use the dragon charms too much, but I might have to do another one right here. It's a waste, but like, is it though? You know? I know there's someone that has a bunch of them that we can get still. I think it was at least 7 of them they had. Anyways, yeah, Rob, it's going good, dude. How's your day going? How have you been? You whispered me Brutus, Brandon? Okay. Yeah, if I figure that I have listened to it before and you guys have suggested it, or maybe I just recognize the music, I'll let you know. But it sounds familiar. I just don't think I've heard a band called Brutus. I feel like I've heard a song called Brutus before. It'd be funny to do the whole Dark Lurker quest line just for it to be Dragonrider. I hope so. We've had Dark Lurker so many times in this that I deserve that. It's got to be Dragonrider. It's got to be the bow one. Overdue for something easy on Dark Lurker. Favorite Power Ranger? The green one. So the one that is in the very first appearance of the green one in general is my favorite from that. I didn't really get into Power Rangers past the original generation of it, but I remember I was the green one for Halloween actually, and it was a custom-made costume. It's pretty cool. The mask was very scuffed, I'll be honest, because we didn't have like a hard helmet or anything, but it was really cool. My grandma helped me make the vests and then some of the stuff with the boots and all that, or the covers for the shoes. It was really, really cool, man. Yeah, green one was awesome. He was a little bit different. Tommy Doppelganger? Was that the guy's actual name? You're crazy for the Dino Power Rangers? I'm trying to remember what that is. Is that just like the things they get inside, like the machines or something? Because there's the Transformer guy that becomes the massive one that they combine into, but does it turn into a dinosaur at some point, or was it always a dinosaur? I'm trying to remember. I know they turn into like the big dude. I swear there's like a regular robot version. We got something upgraded +2. I think it was a ring, maybe? We already had Serpent +2. The thing with this game that's really annoying is if you don't read the thing within a certain amount of time, it just goes off the screen. You don't have to you can't just like cancel it whenever you want. It'll just cancel itself. So it wasn't a ring. Was it a weapon +2? I'm sure somebody probably saw it. Oh, right here. Rampart Golem Shield +2? I thought we already had that. Crim Reaper. Thank you for the host. How was your stream? What's up, Crim Reaper? Okay, Archdrake's still bad, even in his own area here. It was good. What were you playing today? Yeah, this is about to be rip in a second. There we go. Old Mira sword, nice. Huge fan here. It was an art stream. Oh, nice, dude. What were you working on? Was it like a sketch or a painting? Digital art? What was the deal with the art? Thank you for bringing some people over here. For anyone that is from Grim Reaper stream, we're trying to complete the enemy and item randomizer for this game. I've never done the enemy randomizer, but I've done items by itself before. And then I do plan to try to do it Deathless in the future. This is with the no scaling, so everything is exactly as it would be if it appears in the regular game. It makes it like literally a hellscape. It's terrifying. It's basically a horror game if you can even manage to play it. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So we have quite a bit of stuff left on it, but almost at Demon of Song right now for Shrine of Amana. Digital art of Lilith from Darkstalkers. Oh, okay, I gotta check that out. Can you send me like a clip or a highlight, like maybe even the link for the VOD? I definitely want to see that. I don't know who that is, but I want to see anybody doing art in general. You guys can put it in the Discord if you're already in there too. There's an art tab. Definitely share all the stuff you're doing with art and music. Okay, we're just gonna sit here and respawn everybody. At least it's safe. Was Drangleic sword no +2? Okay, I thought I saw +2 on it, so that was the original mistake there. How dare you even think +2 when no +2? Man, this is also a bad bonfire too. Oh my, okay. Oh, and then we got the Orma and Reeves. Dude, what is happening here? I think this is a good time to just escape on this part. This is a very good opportunity to just leave the entire area. It's funny how the regular enemies that would normally be in here actually cause a lot more problems when they're in combination with the other ones too. Like, normally they already would be bad, but it's like, oh yeah, here's a perfect opportunity for them to be upgraded. They're promoted a bit. There we go. Oh my god, we got Ivory King at the most inopportune time, dude. I'll do it, but I mean, what the hell?
Let strength be granted, so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
What up, Squilla? How you been?
Dank, thank you so much for the 3 months. Welcome back. How are you doing? Oh, that was a nice turnaround there. Fancy flick of the wrist. Get out of the way! Okay, that was actually really good. I got lucky with the fact he did that, but that's good though. Alright, that was almost a good Ivory King. Like, really, really good. It was pretty good for how much I practiced him, but... Dude, scary to have him right out of that chase right there. Oh my god. Oh, dude, something died in the background. What is that? Why'd that happen? Dude, large Titanite shards? I'll take those. Okay. So there's no bonfire here, but I mean, like, because it's done now, we could always run back through here if we did have a problem. Let's try to backtrack into where the items are on this part. Darkwood Grain Ring showing up for bosses in 2 and 3 is such a tease. Oh yeah, like the fact that they can do the backflips like Watcher and Ivory King, insane. Someone told me if you beat Throne Watcher on New Game Plus, that you get the ring to do the backflips. And like, I'm pretty sure they were told by somebody that was true. They actually didn't even know it wasn't true. They were just passing along bad information. And I was like, yo, that's pretty cool. So I was doing something on New Game Plus. I tried it. I thought maybe there's a chance. Very disappointed, unfortunately. But I mean, like, who's even gonna believe that normally now? I wouldn't believe that nowadays. Sook, how are you doing, dude? Feels the opposite of Gwyn. Similar moveset to Gwyn, but his attacks are ice-based while Gwyn was fire. Yeah, I could see a bit of Gwyn inspiration for Ivory King, for sure. I think he's definitely a lot more diverse. We canceled a lot of his moveset by how I was playing right there. Like, he didn't do as many things as he could. His combos are really ridiculous in my opinion, but there is ways to make it a bit easier. It's just the startup on his poke attack from a distance and close range, if you're not already imagining it's going to happen every single time, is one thing, but yeah, his delays, he's got the Elden Ring delays. And some very interesting range when it comes to the buff as well. You've been letting your beard grow for a week and a half now, but now it's itching a lot. Any tips, Sook? Your skin's probably irritated underneath it. You got to make sure your skin health is good underneath the hair. So, probably depends on how clean the skin is underneath, and then its hydration level might be actually even more important. It could just be dry. So just make sure you're hydrating your face is the best thing you can do. Don't wash your beard with, like, chemicals is probably the best thing. So don't wash it in the shower, in my opinion, just water. For the most part. Maybe a little bit of soap on the actual hair itself if you have stuff in it, but if it's relatively clean already, don't use any kind of harsh chemicals. Don't use products that have a bunch of random shit you can't read specifically on it excessively. And yeah, just make sure the skin itself is moisturized all the time. And you should be a lot better there if you're not already doing that. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd say tea tree oil could definitely help with that kind of stuff too. But first, the trying to find the cause of the problem would be those two major things, I think, is how clean the skin would be or just how dry it is. Skin does get pretty dry. Yeah. It's definitely, it's a little bit harder because you have less, you know, room to maneuver around, right? Also, I wish you the best of luck beyond that, too. There is, like, the sharpness of the follicles, too. Like, if you have, like, an angle you cut it on previously, there's that. There's just, like, the initial phase where it's annoying, too. Like, if it was touching something, like your pillow or whatever, that would be less tolerable until after a certain amount of time, depending on what phase of that you're at for yourself. But beyond that, though, anything excessive would just be the skin. This Lois Knight, maybe one day, could be killed. Oh, actually, wait a second. Better idea, because we got this repaired. Use this guy. He's a proto-Gale, in your opinion? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could see all of them definitely having the same classification, just like insanely overpowered humanoid dude that has a lot of diversity. But Gwyn definitely, when he gets down to it, he's a lot more basic, even fighting him straight up. Just the properties of Gwyn's moveset with the way they program DS1 is, it's a little bit ahead of like what you can actually do in some cases. Unless you preemptively plan for stuff, he's just really fast. And very janky hitboxes on his sword sometimes. Follow up. This Lois Knight is stacked, man. What is going on here? Not fair. Schofield, welcome back, dude. Things are going decent on this run so far. They're a little frightening. But it's going, though. How have you been? I do have to update the counter again. I know that's a thing. So we can get 20 out of 41. Yeah, we're almost at the halfway point, even though I'm sure the progression curve's not going to quite look like that over time. There's a long time where we were just stuck at, like, sub 10. Last stream, we got quite a few bosses down. This one already, I think we're at, what, 3 now? For today, so it's not too bad. Lion, what's up, man? What weapon is that sword? Drakewing? This one... it's either in the dragon area or you have to actually transpose something for it. One of the two. I can't remember which one, but... yeah, it is the Drakewing Ultra Great Sword. This looks like a jamboree, man. We got the we got the lizard. Oh man, the lizards every single time. You don't know when they're gonna even try to attack either. It looks like it's not even doing anything, and then boom, you're dead. So let's try just getting this guy first. And obviously that makes everybody else become a problem immediately. That's amazing. What's the range on this Sanctum Sorcerer? Oh, Jester Gloves. I think, don't they increase... is it item discovery that Jester Thomas has said also helps with? Sword looks sweet. It does look really cool. It is one of my favorite ones. Just, we didn't have it upgraded fully for a while, and it can be buffed as well, so the actual damage it hits for is not as good as something that is unbuffable. And I don't have a lot of buffs that are good. Like, I just got Resins, right? If you used Dark Resonant Weapon on it, Dark Weapon, Sunlight Blade, something like that, way better. Flame Weapon even. If there even is a Flame Weapon in this one, I can't remember if there is. Oh, this is not good. It's not about beating the game, it's about sending a message. Drugstore, welcome back. Oh man, that's funny. Alright, Lizard, please don't even do anything. Like, as soon as that happens, it's over. We would have to reach him and then somehow not get flung into the depths of doom in the water. Do enough damage very quickly for him to not turn completely and do a fireball as well. A lot of different things that can go wrong here. I don't think arrows are going to make any sense. They just attack so frequently. So it might actually even be better. Do I have repair powder still? Let's see. Did we use all those? Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that this thing's gonna activate as soon as I try to get to like that item, maybe. Might get very lucky. Something way over there, too. What is that? What and how is that? Oh, Seldora robe, dude. That's great. Don't hit me through the wall, whatever that is. This looks like death because the ground here? Yeah, there's no way that's possible. So you must have to come at it somewhere else to get that one. Could be on the other side of the fog gate that we go in before here, so... Yeah, we just missed that one. Seldora robe is great, man. That's amazing. So, could definitely boost the soul count now. Finding that early would be huge on this, especially in the Deathless version. What's going on, Two Straight Moms? Are you a hockey fan? I'm not a fan of any sport specifically. I don't really get into fandom when it comes to sports, really. I like the idea of like things in terms of what goes into something. So let's say someone did some sort of athletic feat in general. Like I would be interested in that, not so much the outcomes of anything. Like, or like keeping up with scores or like, you know, teams of things, whatever. Even with, I like action sports the most. So be like motorsport, maybe like extreme biking, like mountain biking is really cool when they do like the crazy jumps and stuff like that. MotoGP is cool. I would say even like paintball used to be pretty cool to me too, like watching it before I even played a lot of it. And then, you know, whatever, just stuff that's weird, we could say. A lot of the Red Bull related stuff is cool, but like I don't even follow that religiously. It's mainly just moments or like situations of what went into doing something at a level of some sort. Yeah, X Games, Winter Olympics is my favorite in terms of conventional stuff, but I don't keep up with the scores. I don't care what anybody does, who wins, where they're from. It's mainly just what was the barrier that was pushed through. So if, like, for example, when Shaun White did like a 1440 at one point, like that was really cool. Doesn't matter if it was him or someone else, where the person was from, what they looked like, if there was a woman or a man, anybody in general, for any... All intents and purposes of whatever you can orient it as. It's mainly just the actual logistics of the stuff that's cool. But yeah, I would say that I would have to study those things if I was playing them. Like, let's say I did want to do basketball originally at a pretty high level when I was younger. That was the first thing I wanted to do. So I would have gotten into it pretty intensely to study it, not mainly to like be like, oh, I need to like keep up with people from a certain location or make sure a team wins or I'm going to be upset. It's more so just it would be like a study kind of thing, right? So I look at a lot of the stuff as just intriguing for like the process, or again, like maybe it actually helps me when it comes to something I do. But fandom in general is a little bit tricky. It's even skateboarding, dude. Like skateboarding, I could tell you a decent amount about certain skateboarders and like their styles and you know, even Street League I watched a little bit of, which is like a newer thing. It's not like that crazy. You know, some of the X Games and the Olympic skateboarding when it was incorporated, but like not enough to be like, yo, I'm gonna like fight over it or something like that, or get like so patriotic about it. But a lot of that comes from me like wanting to learn when I was skateboarding, and I still probably will again in my life, just taking a break from it because I started doing drums and didn't want to break anything. Blood sports as well. Dude, it could even be like, let's say someone does darts, like professional darts, like that's really cool. Definitely watched a bit of that just for the intrigue of that. Could be pool, could be like any game of skill in general counts as that too. Doesn't matter what it is. So everything's really cool. I've seen like a hockey game in person before. I've seen football games. I've seen like stuff. I haven't gone to basketball yet. I think I could have. I think there's an opportunity. Could go and see every conventional sport in any single. I could go to see World Cup, dude, like in some other country, but like it wouldn't be the same for me as someone else that's obsessed with the fandom, if that makes sense. Because there'd be a lot of things I'd enjoy that aren't are objectively good under somebody's, you know, ruling of the overall outcome. You know, even just when it's in respect to one team or something like that, it wouldn't matter. It would just be cool overall. Still have your old G3A1 assault rifle. G3, is that a? Well, probably be fully automatic. What does that even look like? Like, what could you relate that to? Did I practice martial arts? Yeah, I did jiu-jitsu, and then I also did a little bit of boxing. I'll probably go back to doing that stuff too when there's more time, but right now I'm not making the time for it. It's a little bit too, I think that the way I'd like to progress through the belts specifically for any kind of thing, or even just the degrees of skill, I'd want to put in at least 3 days a week solid, because that's what you would need to do, like a decent turnover for how many years getting to like the highest level would take. And the people I know that are black belts or like they teach and stuff like that for martial arts, they said like you can do it slowly, but like it's just you retain the information better if you do it more frequently and make it your thing. Not only just maybe an exercise outlet, but also like the hobby or the skill you're building outside of other stuff. So for me, it's tricky to choose between, like I would never prioritize that over something else like music or whatever, or just regular fitness for me. It would be like third to those at least, like minimum, but then other things would get in the way too. So yeah, any difference between Japanese jiu-jitsu and Brazilian? BJJ is a lot of like floor work, a lot of grappling, like shrimping and stuff like that. So I learned BJJ from my friend that is a black belt in it. Like we went over quite a few things that he's learned. And then when I did it, it was a lot of stuff like on, like when you're standing still to get to the point of taking somebody down, like a lot of counters and everything like that and leverage, but not so much actual like groundwork at all in the non-BJJ version. All right, red leech trotches. Can never figure out riding a skateboard. Always went with inline skates. Oh, dude, skating, like rollerblading and stuff like that is really cool too. That's something I've only done it just to ride. I've never actually like done tricks on rollerblades, but that, and then there's kids that like when I went to the skate park the last time, there was a kid doing backflips and front flips on the scooter out of the bowl and the quarter pipes and stuff like that. And like his dad was filming it, and that was blowing my mind a little bit because no one had scooters or cared about it when I was younger growing up skateboarding, and now that's like more popular at a lot of the parks than actually skateboarding. And then BMX is like kind of like skateboarding now, where it's fading a little bit more. There might be some places that are more local for that, but the scooter stuff is like the huge thing now from what I've seen when I went back into it. And yeah, like that would be incredible to try too. It's just like you got to pick something, and like, you know, it's just the time investment for it, right? So, and also I feel like if you're like really light specifically, because of the things you do on a scooter being still attached to your hands in a lot of cases, like you're not actually like free from the device completely. You're doing the flips that are the most impressive, usually not anything like a, you know, you're not going to do like a 360 flip, a laser flip, like a big spin into like a grind or something. It's a little bit different. So flips are the coolest thing in my opinion with that. And I don't think I'd be able to do flips on a scooter that easily. Roller skating or skateboarding, I have no idea. Never done roller skating at a high enough level. I have a friend that's really good at it. And he hasn't done skateboarding, so you could ask him like what his progression was like in it. He does all the crazy tricks and everything, but I couldn't tell you vice versa. I don't know anyone that does both. It's like the skiing, snowboarding thing. Like they're both, there's differences. They both take a lot of time to get like amazing at for tricks specifically, or just going very fast and making the most out of your momentum. But you definitely don't find a lot of people that are insane at both in every single category. If you ever did COD, it's kind of like M14 and M21 full auto. M14, okay, that makes sense. I can see what that would look like. That's probably a stupid question. I'm just not into like that kind of stuff. There's parks against scooters. They will actually beat you up if you skate with a scooter. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. The one that I went to is mainly just a lot of people that like the scooters, and if they see someone on a skateboard, they'll like be kind of joking around. They'll troll you a little bit, but then as soon as they see that you're like pretty serious about it, then they'll start to ask questions and like get interested. Because like same thing with the ski hill too. Like people will be funny about like if you don't do something they do, but they'll just stop doing that after a certain amount of time. They'll get bored with it. And that's just like it's like again a playground children thing to do, and a lot of the time it is people that are younger that do that. So there is the stigmas or the divides, but at the end of the day, beating someone up because they're riding the scooter is crazy. That's like one of the most wild things I've heard of before. That's like someone like jogging versus like running full speed, like doing like a full sprint and then beating them up because they're not running fast enough or something like that. You know, that's crazy. Speaking of snowboarding, if you know how to skateboard, will you automatically be able to snowboard? No, not at all. The only thing that's going to be relevant is like the actual ethic that you put into skateboarding. So if you put a lot of time into it, got decent at specifically not only just riding really well, but tricks and body control, you will understand spatially how to control your body quite a bit. Proprioception specifically will be higher. That's the term for like your overall like perception of how your body's moving through space and the control over it. So like that'll be higher. Your balance might just be a little bit higher as well, but it's different though. So a lot of the people that I know that I taught or like watched get into snowboarding alongside just for fun, whatever. And even like for me, I thought maybe I'd have a little bit of an advantage, but it's not as much as you might think. It's still different. It doesn't take too long to learn, like on a basic level, but it's not the same thing though. Which is actually really cool. So there's like a lot of redeeming value in either or both. I wouldn't say you'd get bored with doing both if you tried it. Like for me, even when I was doing both simultaneously, like I had a season where I did the snowboarding a decent amount, then went into skating. It's not like you're actually warmed up on skating because you did that, or vice versa. It's like you still have to like keep the rust off for both. Scooter beatings is funny. You only beat up people if they're different from you. What did he say? Ironic enemy who can't fit through the door, like the original. Yeah, except for he's just not holding two doors as shields. All right, this is a 10-pace duel right here. Exactly 10 paces. Oh, he cheated. Look at that. Duel over. Where's the sheriff, man? There really should be some sort of modifier for kneecap damage, even elbow damage in this too, any joints in general. Should be something, like a weak spot. Almost kind of like the breakable limbs in Bloodborne. But you just get like a critical on it or something. The blast attack does a lot of damage. That's the biggest thing with this is it's like a boost as if you're hitting the physical, but also I think it has like a magic component too. Don't know exactly what element or what type. I believe it's magic damage that it does. But it's not purely that. I couldn't imagine it being purely that because it still retains a lot of the base damage from what like a normal R2 would do. Anything that has the special attacks in this, usually they're good. They're like the best of the best. But yeah, it breaks the weapon very fast, though. You gotta be a bit careful. Yeah, Crypt has been pretty chill so far. I can see in a lot of cases the combinations here being fine, even if it was something very dangerous, because that doorway, you wouldn't you wouldn't see like a smelter warrior or even probably the horse get through the door. So that's kind of nice. It would just be overlapping attacks at that point.
Human.
Maybe the oh wait, what is this?
Light and all those who bear it are unwelcome in this place.
Okay, for Egdane, I wonder if these guys will aggro right away. Dude, yeah? Okay, what? Somebody did. What? Don't tell me it's an invisible enemy. It's an invisible enemy, man. That's crazy, though. Because, like... is it really, though? Is it an invisible enemy? It looks like it is. I don't want them to hit him and then he doesn't have an inventory. That's bleed. It's not hitting too heavy. Oh, it's the boar. Okay. Isn't that what the Majula pig turns into at the end of the process for it?
I am Egdane, guardian of the crypt. Countless dead rest here in peace.
Yeah, I'm not good enough with the sound effects to know what is what.
Men, but
Alright, what do we got, Egdane? Regular twin blade. Not bad. Peasant trousers, and then Sanctum Knight helm, Royal Soldier helm we've seen before. Dark arrows, we have a lot. It's got the unlimited iron arrows, though. They're pretty cheap, too. Does that even make any sense, though, when we have access to dark arrows? I don't think it does. Yeah, that's not the greatest. Never seen that bull before. I'm pretty sure, so the Majula piglets turn into bigger pigs, and I think that they go into that as a final form. Either that, or the quest line where you get the pickaxe, maybe? One of the pigs in the game, they turn into that after time. I'm pretty sure it's the Majula ones, though. And it's like a really rare kind of thing. Most people don't even know that that's even a process that happens. Oh, hey, one way to destroy all these things right here. Dude, where is the club here? Don't get knocked off. Nice. Cypher, thank you for the raid, man. What were you playing today? Genius Tanamura. Oh, Tanamura knew this was going to happen from the get-go. And then the enemies... Dude, it's ringing the bell there. What is going on with this? That doesn't help. I think that it might spawn other things going on in the crypt, right? The ghosts. Maybe in this they don't function the same. I don't know. That's scary. Oh, that thing is very saucy. Let's get out of here. I don't even know what that is. What was that? Oh, yeah, DLC guy. The spear. So I don't know if they're scaled higher up than Sanctum Knights. They seem like they have more health. I'd always look at the DLCs as the same, but I think the third one does have stronger stuff in it. Playing some Green Hell? What is that? Oh, dude. Holy Water Urn and small and smooth silky stone, so we can do some more trades. Vanquisher Seal and Petrified Dragon Bone. We got the punchy ring. Nice. Not that that's going to do anything here, but... It's cool to find Vanquisher Seal. It's also cool to leave this area immediately and actually use the souls we got, because I don't want to go fight the pony again right now. Where do you go to set up boss splits for your stream? Hit Counter Manager you're going to want to download. There's a bunch of different versions. The one I have, it's a modified CSS script, so you couldn't get the exact same one, but it's a version of Hit Counter Manager if you just search for it. I believe GitHub is a reliable website that have the files for it. And then you can customize different things. So the one that Cheese got recently, I pointed him in the direction of that one. If you can't find it, just message me and I'll send you the link. But that is what a lot of people use. And there's other ones that people have used too that are just made by different publishers that do the same thing. So if you don't like that one, you could probably search for another one that is used. I would actually join, because you said you were going to do Hitless, right? I would join the Hitless Discord as well, and they have so much information for all this stuff if you need anything. Okay, we're gonna go vitality to 20 was the idea, and then strength to a little bit more. Or actually, let's go vigor again, because things are getting scary. Oh, it's like the forest. Okay, so the forest was something I didn't play, but I've seen before. It's kind of scary, actually. I gotta check that out. Is it new? There's a Discord you can join before you start your runs. Yeah, the Team Hitless Discord is a good resource, I would say. They put a lot of work into everything regarding the subject in general. Even the website, if you want to submit your runs once you get them to get verified, if you want them on that actual site, categorized, you know, especially if it's like the first ever, or just for extra people to see it, even in cases, it's good. Green Hell is old, okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, man. Anyone that came from Cypher Stream, we're doing Enemy and Item Randomizer with no scaling. It's the first time I've done Enemy Randomizer through the whole game, so that's one thing. And then the no scaling part just means that nothing changes from its original HP or damage. So if we see things that are really late game right away, they're crazy. And the setup process of it is interesting. We're just about to go to Velstadt. I'm trying to think if I have enough time. I'm going to try to see if I can run to him before we end here and get him at least. Because we're going to go and we're still going to be streaming, but I'm going to be switching over to Dark Souls Remastered. And my buddy Cheese he's trying to get a hitless run. We were just talking about doing 0-hit runs. He's very close to getting one, and I've been trying to help him just through the process. The initial stream of doing it was me giving him the information in real time, him doing it, and then he had a handful of attempts that were good, and got down to a really low PB of one mistake on 2 different runs very quickly. And now we're just in that mode where you have to pull it off, right? So that is the next thing coming up. And tomorrow we'll just be doing a full stream of this. Another Sublime Bone Dust. Okay, immediately going back again. That is so good, man. It's going to increase the Estus Flask Strength. Yeah, we'll be doing that again tomorrow and see if we can finish this run by Saturday. Sunday, the sponsor that was supposed to be for last Saturday that got delayed, we're going to be doing that one for Mandragora. So we'll be doing that at the end of the stream for a couple hours. That was actually a really fun game. We'll be checking out the full version of it, not the demo. And if this is done before that, might start on Dark Souls 3 randomizer Deathless attempts. Either that or derusting the practice for the damageless on this and starting another baseline PB. The boar spawns in Majula after killing the pig trio 12 times. Oh, okay, so after you despawn them is when it pops up, really. Gonna do permadeath mode on Days Gone? Oh my god. Anything that has a mode in it like that, I always just like, I'm like, okay. They knew people were gonna try, they made the mode, they might have made it a little scary. What is that like? Yeah, I gotta see that. Definitely send me the, like if you have any like crazy moments on it, send me all the stuff from that. I don't really know much about Days Gone. I remember seeing just the advertising for it originally. It looked kind of like Last of Us a bit, which is probably blasphemous. Like that's probably like a terrible thing to say if you actually know what that is. I'm assuming it's not the same thing, but it reminded me of it. Got invaded by blank here. Is this someone replacing Lycia? Because Lycia usually invades in the Crypt, but I think Forlorn and Lycia can both invade, right? Oh, don't keep attacking, no bleed. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Chill, chill, chill. Heal. Yep. No bleed. We're good. Spam. You're dead. Well, Warp Sword's definitely not as good as Lycia with the dagger. That's a little scary. You have 1,000 hours in the original version for Days Gone? Really? The new challenge run, it's like I decided to go get 12 pigs and Majula killed because I wanted to spawn the big boar. Did you know that you could even do that? It doesn't make the game that much harder, but follow for more tips and tricks. Thank you. Grim Warrior armor. Got a lot of those. Oh, look at this. Original dude actually was here. And there's an invisible enemy. I don't know what it is. Get into the hole. I can't even see him. Okay. Fun times there. Well, we can actually backtrack this a little bit. I just want to get the shortcut first, but I think we're fine right now. Oh, okay, maybe we're not. Invisible enemies moving me a lot. That's it's not ideal. Dried roots. Then I'm going to use the Lingering Flame as a detector here. Oh, he's right there. Another one. Is there multiple of them? Wait a second. Wait a second. Seems all right. Is it possible to backstab the double shield enemy? No, I don't think so. If so, I've never done that before. I've tried to hit them from behind. I've never gotten it. I think he's a little too tanky for that one. Is the invisible enemy thing a bug with the randomizer? It's not a bug. There's actually enemies in the base game that are invisible, but they're usually harmless. It's like a... It's hard to explain. Like, you'd have to know their base locations, go there, and then hit them, and you just see a health bar or whatever. But I think they're scattered throughout other areas. And so what it is taking that enemy, and then it's changing the properties of it into a different one, but giving it the same effect. So, or even better yet, it's taking a regular enemy that would be in this area, and it's giving it the property of that enemy. Just like we've gotten the ones that are the higher new game cycle ones that are, they look like they're phantoms that have invaded. And then there's the one where we had King's Pets, and it had the Dark Lurker Phantom texture on it. So it's a really unfortunate appearance of it, but it mechanically won't let you lock onto them, and you can't see the health bar. So it's very similar to the way that the other ones function, even though I don't actually think it's like it's one or the other. I'm pretty sure it's the base enemy that'd be normal getting those properties randomly. There could be an invisible one in the crypt that I'm not sure about. They're usually hollows. Soul of Elsana, we don't need that. Oh, speaking of which, look at this again. Okay, we gotta make a break for Velstadt. Let's do it. Is this the right? No, this is not even close. Not even close. Not even close over there either. There we go. Chances of lever? Yeah, we have the one talisman that's bronze. We could try the monastery charm. Oh, Sonic's over there. We're dead. It was good. It was cool, man. It was really cool. We're stuck, though. All right. Well, we got the shortcut. So run to Velstadt and then sweep the crypt later if we need to. There's 13 invisible hollows in the normal game. Okay. I've definitely seen quite a few enemies so far that have that. So we could kind of pinpoint it based on the area, right? Like if one didn't have an invisible enemy by default, it's just getting the properties of them. Either way, yeah, that's something to look out for on this. And obviously you cannot look out for it because you have to get destroyed by it first, but just to expect at every single corner, I guess, is that as a possibility. There's been some we've gotten so far that are bad. Like the Lois Knight one was ridiculous because they're really tanky anyways. And I think there's someone saying that there were people that had their PBs ended from that kind of stuff. So I'd imagine you really want to just be stacked on this one if you're doing it Deathless. Oh, we got Scorpion again. So she was in the arena where Sin was. And then actually Velstadt we've seen so far too. We had that on the double fight for King's Pets. Velstadt and Dark Lurker, that was really cool. It's probably my favorite one so far. Actually, no, sorry, wait, I can't say that. It was that, and then I think Ivory King by himself beats it. Ivory King is pretty cool. We had the Estus back, I didn't even realize. Oh, look at this. This brings back some memories. Oh my god. I have to take opportunities when I see them here. That's for anyone that's played the regular Scorpioness fight, you can do this with the tree branch in the arena. If you haven't seen it. Am I planning to attempt this Deathless next? I want to attempt this Deathless as well as the Dark Souls 3 randomizer. So I think I'll be going back and forth between both of them and doing some other stuff as well. But I don't think I'm just going to go purely into this one indefinitely until I get it. It's definitely going to be spread out over time a little bit because I don't think it's going to happen very quickly unless miracles occur. But yeah, I definitely want to try it though. I was even thinking of doing two of them, so I do one with regular scaling and then one no scaling. Still gotta find Covetous Serpent Ring for the silver one. Ooh, dude, Vendrick is Giant Lord. That's doable now. That's definitely doable right now. So we're gonna do that as well. Bonus. Got a King's Ring, cool. Okay. So I'm gonna have to update for that one, but let me wait. Let me actually just do an attempt on Giant Lord right now. If you even can. I almost feel like he's going to spawn in with really, really low health because of how many times we hit him already. If he has regular scaling, come on. Or like his base scaling, come on. What's happening here? Does it not let you do it? Is he a dummy? Does he just die? Is Vendrick free every time? There's no way. Checkpoint version of Deathless, for example, the first checkpoint can be opening the shrine. Then push into the actual full run. Yeah, that's true. Like, regardless of whatever way I end up doing it, I definitely want to try this version with Deathless. Dude, why is Giant Lord not doing anything? Does he need at least 4 Giant Souls before fighting him? Maybe. How many do I have? Definitely not 4. We have done the Giants in the Gulch, and then I haven't even done the Giant Lord Memory, so that's, and then yeah, I think you get one from Ancient Dragon as well. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, the damage is terrible. Oh, so it still has dude. It still has Vendrick scaling. What? But it's Giant Lord though. Okay, so they made it the opposite. They made it super problematic for this one. That's not gonna happen right now. We're gonna have to warp on that. At least it's active now. Yeah, we'll go get the Giant Souls. We'll come back. We'll do a super extended Giant Lord in the future. This is one of those weird things where you would think he'd have his normal HP, but the person that made the mod did some tweaks on certain things, so he has Vendrick HP without Giant Souls. Wow, that still even looked lower than what I would imagine it would be for regular Vendrick. 2-hour fight incoming. The Storm Ruler, yeah, I gotta borrow the Storm Ruler from Sigurd or something like that. Well, we got 21 out of 41. That's not bad for a short amount of time here. And the areas wise, we don't have a lot left for any percent. It's just going to be the path all the way to Iron King and DLC 2. And then all the extra stuff we have left over that's open right now. So the Sanctum for the triple fight, Vanguard, and I think that's it. And then just the path through Skeleton Lords all the way to Iron King with the DLC. So after this one, we get Ancient Dragon, can do Throne Watcher Defender. That'd be pretty crazy. And then save Nishandra and Aldia for last. Could probably even warp out of Aldia if I get the prompt for him to show up. But yeah, I think whatever boss replaces Vendrick gets his buffs unless you have the souls. So crazy. So it's not even that he has Vendrick's properties, or it's not even that it replaces Vendrick as Vendrick. It's just that system itself is like a modifier to it. Okay. Anyways, pausing on this one, and we're gonna take a break for a little bit. It's gonna have food, and then we're gonna come back and do Dark Souls 1 Remastered Hitless Coaching with Cheese. He's trying to get, again, his first hitless run that he's done on the game. He's only done Deathless before. He's done many attempts. At this point, I think we've done at least, I would imagine, I want to say 15 streams of it or more. Not a lot, but yeah, he's very close to getting it. And we're gonna give it another go today. So thank you so much for watching. If you are on the YouTube stream, we are going to be ending the YouTube stream now. But if you want to come over and see the hitless coaching for DS1, it'll be on the Twitch. And thank you so much for hanging out. As far as anyone on Twitch, we'll be back in 10 minutes or so.